Hey, welcome back to another episode of TrippyTimes. My name is Chad Smith, and we are waiting on Josh to come back into the stream. And you guys know Josh, his phone messes up a lot, so he's just restarting his phone right now. So we're just waiting on him. And I'm joined today by Coral. How's it going, Coral?
Hi, I'm good. I'm just really happy to be finished work, but
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
I have to work later on today, so I'm not very excited about that.
Oh no, so you're doing this and work?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
gonna do this for the hour or 2 hours or whatever you guys are gonna do and hang out for a little while and then probably take a little nap and then I gotta go into work.
I was gonna say a nap. You're very organized, and a nap is absolutely needed.
Yeah, I gotta have a nap. I love naps.
Naps are awesome.
I love me some naps. Play a little bit of music. See if we can't fall asleep. What's Cassie saying? Oh, Cassie's just laughing at me. I
Hi,
forgot
Cassie.
I said something funny to her. Cassie, I hope you're in the chat. Are you in the chat? Let's see who's in the chat. We got Nightmare. How's it going, Nightmare? Sweetly Morbid Bear. Good to see you. Oracles. Cassie. There you are. Connor from Bigfoot Anon. How's it going, bud? Enzo. Always good to see you, man. Sorry we were a little late there. Hey, Judy. How's it going? Andy Gambino. Good to see you, man. Guys had a good show yesterday. TrippyTimes Josh. I think that was me typing. Diesel Girl, good to see you. And Arden Paranormal, good to see you too. Alright, that was a good show. I guess we'll see you guys next time. Right here on TrippyTimes podcast now. Josh.
I'm excited. I'm very nervous though. I'll give you that.
Are you nervous? Oh,
Very.
don't be nervous. We're just having this is a cool conversation. This is the shifting paradigm segment of TrippyTimes podcast. So we kind of just have a laid back conversation and talk about the changing times and what's going on with society these days. And yeah, pretty laid back. Gotta have a chill conversation for a Sunday, you know?
Definitely. I like a chill conversation every day. So
Yeah. So have you been seeing any orbs in the sky lately?
yes. Yesterday I was actually wanting to come, pop in, ready for today. And actually they did last night, which was lucky. There's about 5. And I took quite a few pictures just to make sure, that I wasn't, like, it's not a reflection or anything like that. I took about 5 photos, the same perspective. And there was nothing there. And it was like 5 orbs going up like that. And I zoomed in just to see what they look like. And they're like almost as if they're like a star. So it's that kind of light. There was like 5 of them. It's really odd because I didn't see them to the naked eye.
Oh, wow.
It was really odd. I've never had anything like that in my photos before.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've thought about just taking some pictures of, because they say that's how you catch a lot of stuff is just point a camera up and just see what you get. Take 20 or 30 pictures in a row and see what you get, you know?
You're not wrong. You're right with that. Like I've been taking photos for like, has it been like 8 or 9 months now? And I've got things I didn't even realize that you could see, sort of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, I once had I could hear a helicopter going over in the summer, and I took a few photos because it was doing the rounds, and I was like, that's strange. So I took a picture, not expecting to get a UFO at the bottom. I've
Yeah.
reposted that today on my Twitter profile just to
Oh,
like
cool.
revisit it. Yeah, it was really weird.
I think we got Josh backstage. He's trying to hop in. There he goes. Put him in the leader position there.
It's trying to come through.
It's trying.
It's trying.
Hey, what's up, Josh?
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Cool, your energy is already messing me up. Shut my power off randomly.
I'm
When it
taking all the
works, it
energy.
works.
Okay, so hi guys, thank you, Chad, for starting up for me, man. I'm
No
glad
problem,
I made
man.
you an administrator. Really appreciate it. What's up, guys? This is Trippy Times, and Chad helped me out today.
No
Yeah,
problem, dude.
thanks, buddy. Um, Chat, sorry, this is a little awkward, threw me off, really. And then okay, sorry. How's it going? Did you already introduce
Yeah, we kind of introduced
Coral and
ourselves, and we
everything?
were talking about some orbs that Coral saw yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent across to you, didn't I, Josh? I don't know if you got the time to saw, but I got like 5 orbs just last night,
Oh, really? Do
like in the sky.
Did you send me the videos, or does Chad have them? Maybe we can go ahead and share them if you want. I think somebody else might be joining in.
Oh, let
And
me have a
then
look.
like what? Why is there two Chad Smiths? Oh, is that?
Oh, because I shared a
Wait,
screen. Sorry about that. That was some
okay, never
music we were
mind.
playing before the show. I took it out.
Well, hi everybody in the chat. Cole. Sorry, I don't know if you want to share your last name. Libra Queen. That's your nickname. Sorry.
The
It's
Libra
Um,
okay.
Queen.
thank you
They're
everybody for
very
being here.
generic.
No, it's not. I love it. Um, yeah, sorry that threw me off. That was a weird start. I'm blaming it on your high vibrational energy shutting
High
off my power all
vibes.
the way across the world. Yep.
Yep.
Um, thank you everybody for being here. We're doing shifting paradigms today with Cole and Chad is co-hosting us. We might have somebody else jump in. Um, not that I, not that I expected or do this for money or anything. I still don't know how to take the last people that donated to me. I'm gonna post my Cash App thing in the chat. I got locked out of my PayPal somehow, so
Oh, damn.
don't send me that. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Um, um, yeah, actually, I'm
Cool.
about to go. I looked at a couple sets of headphones, by the way. Some new headphones, and I'm kind of debating which ones I want to get. It was either Melissa or no, it's Nightmare that donated that to me. That's awesome. Um, yeah, so the
Sweet.
shifting paradigms, Chad, you've been on here with us before. You know what we do. Just explain the
Yep.
cast a little bit. We're
Yeah,
just
I
talking about.
told Coral
Sorry,
to
go
just
ahead.
relax. It's a lot more laid back conversation, more laid back than like a formal interview. So
Oh yeah, definitely. And she's a great talker, anyways, and everybody here loves her accent.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, we just talk about like the title suggests of this segment, just kind of the shift that's going on in the world. I really don't like to use. I think it's a little cliche when people say ascension now. I think saying cliche is kind of cliche to be honest, but maybe I'm just being negative right now. Um, um, Awakening, whatever you want to call it, just is really obvious. Some people, I guess, don't see it, but there's just like a divide. There's a lot of people kind of stuck in the material world, the way things, I guess, used to be. And now it seems like a lot of people are waking up. And I mean, like us, doing this right now, just talking about this stuff that used to be really fringe, and people would look at you and judge you or laugh at you or think you're crazy. Now it's becoming very, very accepted, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, obviously, it's made a huge impact on your life. Cool. So, would you mind just introducing yourself real quick if you didn't already? I'm sorry, and or just saying how this has affected you
Yeah,
personally.
I don't know really. That's the trouble. I've tried to plan this, and I don't really know where to start. Because this is my first interview. I've been trying to like dig back and see if there's anything that I remember as a kid, but I don't remember too much. Um, I'm trying to think where to start. Um, it kind of started like this whole thing started becoming a bit more obvious. The start of last year, I started having like very vivid spiritual dreams, like animal dreams, and that's how it started. And then I started getting like mad, crazy nightmares, that were very like about very dark things. Um, and then what started happening? Um, it was back in August time, and when I thought started seeing things in the sky. It was just by pure accident. Prior to that, I did start seeing things in the sky anyway, that I just fobbed off as just being a star. I'd just be like to my partner or my friend, like, look at that star, it just like completely weird. It doesn't seem normal. And I've always been like interested in spiritual stuff anyway. Just like minor, like in the background all my life, but I've never pursued it. I've never like been religious or anything. I've never followed a religion.
But you believe in something bigger, obviously. You said you're spiritual.
That's what I think when I'm really starting to think about it and discover this. I am starting to think that I was I thought that something was like, I don't know how to say it. Just
Something we
now
can't wrap our head around.
yeah, like now I get the word of source. I get that, and that we can tap in, but I've never believed in like a god or anything like that ever.
So I just want to get this kind of get clear. And I mean this this is like Chad says a lot more later. I guess it's kind of like a little interview for you, but it's also just kind of like the like talking about just the collective or like the source, like you're saying. But so you say you don't believe in like God, you mean like the typical, right? Like white beard man on a cloud. Like are you kind of like I guess in the ballpark where me and I think Chad and a lot of people are, that just like God like is the universe, just everything, like including us. Is that kind of where you fall in all this?
Yeah, I've always believed that there is definitely something bigger, but I just could, obviously it's something I couldn't explain. No one could really explain it, so I just
Yeah,
passed it off. Yeah, but I've always believed that there's definitely something like
yeah, totally. I mean, yeah. Even if you think of, I got into a deep talk with I kind of changed his outlook on things a little bit. I got a friend, he's very scientific, like Big Bang and stuff, and I started opening up to him about all this. I got him believing in UFOs. Well, not believing, he knows, and now he's kind of got obsessed with it a little bit. But so I'm like, even if you believe in the Big Bang, it's like everything in the universe is all compressed at one point. If you look at it that way, and so that means we were all, everything at the beginning of time or whatever, it was all at one point and it expanded outwards infinitely. So that means that the source or at the beginning, whatever, that we were all connected. Everything is all connected at the molecular level. And I mean, I also think though, if there was a Big Bang, there had to be something before that, because I always go back to that law of conservation of energy that states nothing can be created or destroyed, only turn to another form of energy. But for a long time, I didn't think about the fact it's not just that it can't be destroyed, it turns to another form of energy. It can't be created either. So it had to come from something else.
Right.
So,
where did
there
that
had to be
energy
something.
come from? Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I've been thinking for a long time, like our conscience, Chad, you've heard me say this, our conscience is like this invisible self-aware frequency, and our physical body dies and has to turn to some other form of energy, sorry. Where does that invisible frequency that's our self-aware conscience go? It has to go somewhere, but it also had to come from somewhere,
Right.
whether you believe in reincarnation or what, Cole, I know you said you listened to me a little bit, but I know you've seen I can be really goofy sometimes, but I'm also like a really deep thinker, but I don't have any degrees or nothing like that. And if I'm wrong about some stuff that I say, you could feel free to call me out or talking shit or call me a dumbass, I'm all for the constructive criticism. Yeah.
Gotta call this guy out sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I got the Governator.
I think I'm on the same kind of wavelength, to be honest, with what you've just been saying, because obviously, I don't know whether to say this or not, but I don't think that the excuse of saying that there's nothing out there is right. Like, I don't think that's right at all. Just, you got to really think about how big the world actually is, and it just doesn't stop. To me, it just doesn't stop at death. Like, that's not the only thing that there is, and there's so much more, and there's so much exploring that we could all be doing, and it's just fascinating. And I've always had it in the back of my head that there's just something more to all of this.
you always felt like there was just a little something off with like this story that we're supposed to believe, or I mean that we're conditioned like normal people in society. I meant to say this at the very beginning, is we usually do a lot of what we do on this channel is, I mean, this segment, it's a lot of theorizing and stuff. So we're people in the chat, don't mean to offend anybody or say that we're completely correct or 100%. That's like the whole
Yeah.
point of this. Like bounce ideas off each other. So like feel free to theorize away. I mean, Chad knows. I kind of wanted to get the vibes a little high because I got thrown off. With your energy cutting off my power core. Chad, can you did you put that video on here already? I know I posted it on the Just for Laughs segment, but the my workout instructor, cool. I think you're really gonna like it. He sent a video to me.
I put 2 videos in here. One of them's Jerry the Waterbury, and the other one is the video you sent me
From yesterday, the new one, my workout instructor.
Oh no, it's not that one. I have to download that one still. You can play the other one though. It's your intro.
It's my intro. I want Cole to I want Cole to I think it'll help get energy high too. It's all about the high vibes at TrippyTimes,
The high vibes.
Yeah. Jessica Jones, man, she said, I think you heard it, man, or I think you were in the chat that day. She said your vibe attracts your tribe. I love that so much.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep. That made total sense, man.
It does, as long as as long as you're telling the truth with whatever you're doing, then you're going to attract your tribe. I guess.
Yeah, so the law of attraction. Yeah, what you put out is what you get. I've been on this whole multiverse kick so deep here. Like, I want to know what y'all's opinions are on this. So, like, I know I was talking to y'all about that. Thank you, Oracle. Cassie, you're awesome. I want to know what y'all think about the multiverse. I was telling y'all about that dream that I had. I spoke with Sev last time that she was on here about it. And guys, thank y'all for being so patient. I know Sev was having a really bad internet connection that day, but
that sucked, man.
Yeah, she's going to come back on for another segment. I debated even putting it up there, but I kept it on. She said some really good stuff.
Yeah.
That dream that I had was so bizarre and weird. Maybe it was an astral projection. I don't know. I was telling y'all before the chat, it was lucid. Like, I knew what I was doing. I was self-aware, and like I was floating out my body, and I went through my roof, and I was just going up, and like I kept going up. It's like I could see everything in a 360-degree radius. I forgot to mention that to y'all. Like, it wasn't like I was just looking straight at my eyes. Like, I could see in a full circle around me, so I could see Wilmington and all the lights, and I was just going up and up. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome," and like I was so self-aware, it was so like vivid. And then I got to a certain height, and it's like I just panicked. I'm like, "Oh shit, this is scary!" And I just like poof, just
that's crazy.
Back down to my body. It's so bizarre. And I mean, when I mean to tell you, I jumped out of my sleep. I mean, like the typical shit you see in the movie where the guy like jumps up out of bed and he's like hyperventilating. That's really what I did. But I gotta think like, what if? Yeah, it was awesome. Like, to be honest, I mean, it was weird. And
sounds really cool though. Yeah.
I was about to say trippy, but no pun intended.
Trippy.
It's so weird. I'm trying to avoid saying it. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. I used to because I used to be interested when I was about in my 20s. I started trying to explore lucid dreaming. I really wanted to do it and be able to do it. And I tried astral projection as well, but I couldn't really get far. You know that mode where it's that level where you do you ever feel your body vibrating when you're trying to astral project, and it's before you go through? I used to get to that point.
No, I was gonna say the only times I've done it is on complete accident. The first time I didn't even know what astral projection it was, and I think it could have been a combination of that. You've heard me tell a story about seeing my grandfather. Preston Dennett, he's been on here. He's really deep into the astral projection. I was gonna say he's a great person. I could get you connected with him if you're really interested in it. I still talk to him privately sometimes. He's awesome.
I
know that feeling that you're talking about, that weird vibrating feeling. Whenever I came out of those dreams, I felt that it almost feels like electricity kind of going to your body, I guess.
That's the one, yeah. It kind of hurts a tiny bit. It's kind of shocking as well. And I've not had it since, but I've had it where I felt like my neck was strained. It's like I was being put back into bed. This was maybe a month or two ago, and I felt a little vibration then as well. So I don't know if that was me trying to astral project without realizing, like you said, Josh. I'm not sure, but I've never gotten that far.
Maybe you weren't quite on the right frequency, or maybe in the back of your mind, you were, I guess maybe it intimidated you a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Crowley, I think he's trying to get in. I thought I sent him a link, by the way.
Yeah, nobody's popped in yet.
He just sent me a message, asked if we were still going on.
Oh, okay.
I
put your video in here, by the way.
Sorry. I know, Alyssa. You want to go ahead and play it? I think it would be cool. A little bit, yeah. Quarters is for my workout instructor. I don't know if you've met him.
This is his workout instructor.
He goes by the Governator.
Hello, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, formerly known as the Governator of California, as well as the Terminator. Correction. I am and forever will be the Terminator. If you do not believe me, I don't care. The movie comes out in the future. Go watch it, idiot. I picked up the phone today to call Chad Smith, the real one that is. The Red Hot Chili Pepper for California. He knows me. We are friends. And I am the biggest movie star in the world. Unfortunately, it seems I was gravely mistaken. Instead, I must have dialed 1-800 Red Hot Phony Baloney. That was a good one. So, enough with the podcast. What the hell is a podcast anyhow? Nobody likes you. You need to quit pumping the podcast. You need to pump the iron. If you do not give Chad back his name, if you do not quit pumping the podcast, if you do not pick up the phone and listen to this message, you will receive it anyhow. The only difference is that I will give you a handful of 9mm bullets and I will punch it to your head. Thank you.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's great. I love it. By the way, never mind. I wanted to let you know the Governator, he obviously I put together the little graphics, but the Governator improvised everything that he said, right?
Unreal. That's unbelievable. I can't believe that.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
That was a beautiful creation.
Wasn't that something?
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah. I mean, it gets chaotic, and this stuff freaks out people sometimes. So we gotta laugh. You know what I mean? You gotta keep the vibes high.
Yeah, you gotta keep the vibes high, man.
I guess the longer I've gotten to know people in this community, the more my goofy side comes out. But I'm glad people enjoy seeing the serious side and the stupid ass side of me.
Yeah, you gotta have both sides.
Yeah. Artie, thank you. I'm glad that y'all like this. I debated even putting that up. I don't know. I listened to it afterwards and I was like, God, this is hilarious.
Keep it up.
TikTok will love this.
Connor, I thought about doing that really. God, I just almost said her name. The girl I'm talking to said the same thing. She told me to put it on TikTok. Mr. Lee,
Mr. Lee?
I don't know if I've seen him before. Maybe I have, but welcome to the chat. Anyhow.
Yeah, I've seen Lee around. Mr. Lee 3PO.
I gave most of you wrenches I think I missed a few people. The people I missed, I'm gonna make sure I get to you. Oh
If
shit,
anybody's
Mr. Crowley, gotta get up with him. He's wanting to get in. And if anybody wants to join and speak on the this subject, I mean, I really want to hear more Coral's. I still can never say your name right. Coral, Coral, is
I
that
know
right?
that's fine the way you're saying it. It's depends on your accent, doesn't it? But it's coral, like Corul.
yeah.
Depends on
Coral.
your accent. Yeah, coral.
Coral.
Carol, like you're in South Park. Carol.
Hello. Coral.
My name's Carol.
Oh, hello.
Hello, but Coral.
That was horrible. So what do you think about the Governator, Coral? I just want to know real quick before we get back on.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's a work of art, isn't it?
Beautiful creation.
I'll let him know. I'll let him know that you said that. So give Lee a wrench. Mr. Lee, I can't do it while I'm chatting. I don't know how yet, but wait a minute, maybe I can. I will afterwards for sure.
Yeah, you can't do it on StreamYard. You gotta wait till you're on YouTube.
So sorry, I didn't mean to change subjects and get on the comedy, but I want to. Oh yeah, I do recognize you now. Yeah, I popped up on your show once before, Mongolian Monsters. I believe that was you. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. So sorry, I know we changed subjects just to get a quick laugh in, but what else? I want. God, I'm sorry, I got so distracted. I needed that laugh though. Oh yeah. So you were talking about nightmares and stuff earlier. I wanted to ask you about that. I need to grab my notepad.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, do you think maybe the sudden shift, like what we're talking about here? Because I know for a lot of people, like experiencers, and even people who are really just intuitive, like Chad, who doesn't realize he's an experiencer, they get like a lot of synchronicities and dreams at first, and really vivid dreams. That's something I've experienced my entire life, like even before I believed in all the more paranormal stuff. Like you've heard about the dream of my grandfather that happened like 11 years ago. And I'm a quarter Blackfoot Native American. My mother always raised me just telling me that dreams are, she kind of speaks of dreams like a gateway. And it's got me thinking about this whole multiverse stuff. Like, what if we're dreaming that is like the multiverse? Like, and then when we're in real life, like awake, we're collapsing reality into every moment that we're living. I don't know. I'm just theorizing here. Sorry. What's your thoughts though on that?
That's all right. I mean, because when I have my dreams, they're very, very vivid and very short, like a snapshot almost, and that's it. And I get them so vivid and so intense the next day that I can really feel it. It has an impact on me. And I've always had these dreams, though. They've always been really weird and really vivid. But we definitely go somewhere else, I reckon. We definitely go somewhere else. Because I've heard people talk about, like, I don't know if this sounds silly or not, but when people say that they're like in the astral realm and they're fighting in the astral realm, they say they come back in the morning and their body is throbbing, like aching, like they've been fighting. Oh, you've gone the other way.
Myself off. I'm trying. I can still hear you. I'm trying to send Mr. Crowley a link. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Can you guys still hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, man. Do you want me to send him the link?
I just did. Okay, I'm back. Can y'all see me now?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Your energy is just screwing up everything. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Okay, I think I'm good now. Did I just hide somebody? I don't know what I just did.
Oh boy. No, I don't think so. It didn't show up.
Connor, if I put you in timeout, it was an accident. I swear to God.
No, it's cool.
Okay. It's cool. Throw Connor in timeout. Yeah. Have you made me think, sorry, I don't mean to change the subject from what you're saying, but I have
what's up, Evan?
Dream. What's up, Evan D? Man, he'd be awesome to get on here. I'd love to get him on for his own segment, to be honest, the interview. Have you ever had a dream? This is a recurring one for me. I have a lot of recurring dreams where I'll be fighting somebody, and it's like I don't mean to sound violent, but like when I'm trying to punch them, it's like my arms turn to jello, and it's like I can't. They're like I'm hitting them and nothing's happening. Like it's not phasing them. Like I had one dream where I'm in a fist fight, and once again, I'm not trying to sound like a violent person, but I'm in a fight with this guy, and it's like as I'm hitting him, my fisters aren't doing anything. He's literally laughing at me, like, and it's like my arms are jello. Another one where I'm running, and it's like I can't run because my legs just turned to jello, and they just feel weightless. Or any kind of recurring dream. Have you had any?
I've had loads, yeah. I used to have one when I was a kid. I don't know if this is, when you have those memories and they feel fake, and you're not sure if it's real. I have a
Yeah.
reoccurring dream where I was a really tiny person, like a
What?
borrower size. Yeah, a tiny person.
Oh my
And
god, I used to have that when I was a kid.
there was either there was either buildings or metal cabinets that's like the shape of a cabinet. I don't know if it was cabinets or buildings, and I was jumping from each thing as a
Like
tiny
Ant-Man.
person. Yeah, that was a really reoccurring dream I had.
Huh.
Very strange. There was
That
one where I
is
used
so
to
cool.
fly as well in my dream, but it was in my house, my childhood house, and I used to go from my bedroom, almost floating above the, not proper flying, but just floating above the ground. I flew towards the top of the stairs, flew down, and then the living room door was
Wait, are you still
open, but there
tiny?
was like
I'm trying to know. Sorry. Are you still
Are you
Ant-Man
still
size in
tiny?
this one? Or I'm just trying to visualize it here. Whenever you're flying in your house, are you little?
um
Or
so no, this is a separate dream, this one.
Oh,
The
full
flying
size.
dream. Yeah. No, yeah, so the small size dream, and then there's the flying dream as well, the reoccurring one. And the flying one, I used to fly down, scoop down my stairs, the living room door, and then there was like a glowing, and then the dream would stop. So that was a reoccurring dream that I used to have. And I used to have very, very violent, abusive dreams as well that were reoccurring. It was always a dude. It was always a bold dude chasing after me down this winding road. But then they started to turn a bit like sexually abusive. And
I'm
then,
sorry.
they felt so real the next day.
Wow.
It seems like the same person. And then I had, what was the other one I had? There was one about a serial killer in a cabin, and I kept trying to escape out the door to get away. And then I'd be straight back into the same cabin again, the same thing happening to me. I've not had many good dreams, to be honest. They've never been
Oh,
really
that's
positive. Yeah, it is. It's really bad. But I
I'm
did
sorry
have
to hear that.
yeah, thank you. It's very emotionally taxing the next day as well.
I can imagine.
definitely.
But
I got some
I've
crazy parallels with you. Sorry, go ahead. I need to grab something anyways, real quick.
That's okay. What was it? I've had some positive dreams this year, which have been fantastic. I had my first like animal dream last year in January before this all started happening. There was like this white snake in a cage, like a female white snake, and I felt like I knew I felt like it was communicating to me somehow.
That's a
Um,
Native American spirit animal, by the way. I just want to
yeah.
add that in there. That's Chris Bledsoe had an experience with it might have been Grant Cameron. So I don't know if you've heard about the burning tree that caught on fire in his backyard just randomly. So like years afterwards, or sometime afterwards, I want to say it was when Grant Cameron went over there. It might have been somebody else. And fact check that. Somebody went over there with Chris, and inside the hollowed out part of this tree where it was burning from the inside somehow or another, which is really bizarre. There was a white snake, and I don't know if it was albino or whatever, but I know that the person that was there told Chris that was a some type of Native American a sign or a omen, a good omen though, not a bad one. Yeah, I just wanted to add that. And
That's cool.
sorry, keep going. I've got some really wild parallels with your dreams that you're talking about. You can keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to say that about the snake though, because you're the only other person I've ever heard say that.
No, that's cool. Thank you. Yeah, as soon as my dreams happen, the next day I have to just look into it just because it intrigues me so much. But that same week, I had a wolf dream. Again, it was a female wolf. So in the dream, it was a bedroom window, just this big window, and this female big wolf comes through. It's black and white, and I feel again like it just looks directly at me. Again, I feel like it knows me, which sounds crazy.
That doesn't sound crazy at all. Nothing on here sounds crazy.
I'm gonna keep saying that until I stop. I'll stop saying it one day. I promise.
Look, if it makes you, I'll bring the Governator in here if it makes you feel better.
The Governator.
I mean,
oh, jeez.
You can't make it too crazy.
Is he too busy today?
He just pops in my house like the Kool-Aid Man sometimes.
Oh, he's got the keys.
My phone. Oh, no, he just busts into the wall for her like the Kool-Aid Man. He's like, oh, yeah, pump the iron. I'll eat your phone for breakfast. Yeah. I'm sorry, Coral. First off, I want to say
off the rails.
Yeah. I do want to say though, as far as the nightmares that you're talking about, so I suffer from PTSD nightmares, like really bad ones, for a long time, like almost a decade. Sometimes it would be weekly. Sometimes, I'd go a little time without it. Sometimes I wouldn't. Weirdly enough, since I started seeing these orbs and stuff, I've completely quit having those night terrors. And it's I want to say it's like sleep paralysis, but mine were a little different. It's not like I hear people talking about waking up and their body can't move, like they can open up their eyes, but they're still asleep. Mine, I would be in my dream, and it's like something would happen, and I'll panic, realize, like I would know that I wasn't awake, like I'll just feel something is not right, and then I'll panic trying to wake up, but it's like my body would freeze and be paralyzed inside my dream. Or one time, it's going to sound really crazy, but I started hitting myself in my face, trying to wake myself up in my dream, and I'm getting a little personal here, but when I actually woke up, my ex-wife was sitting there like doing this, trying to wake me up, and I thought it was me in my dream hitting myself. It's just
doing it.
Yeah. I used to have really bad ones, but I've quit having those night terrors.
Me too.
I don't know. I just, maybe it's because I shifted the way that I look at things. I grabbed this medicine actually just to look for it, just to recommend it if it's something that you suffer from, or that's like taking a toll on your life. Prazosin. It's I used to take it. I completely quit taking it. I haven't taken it in like 7 or 8 months now, and it did help me though whenever it was needed. I want to talk to. There was something that you said, the little tiny you. That was so crazy. I've never told anybody this. Whenever I was a kid, I used to have a recurring dream. I mean, like a little kid, like elementary school, barely able to remember. Like some of my earliest dreams, where I would be really tiny, and it's like I'd be hopping around with my curtains and stuff, like kind of like what you were saying. But I would always start to panic too, because I remember everything looked so big and just massive, like frightening. And I've never told anybody this in my life, but you're the only other person I've ever even heard say something like that about having a dream.
That's amazing. I've never heard anyone tell me that kind of dream neither. So thank you.
That tripped me out. I haven't even thought about that for a long time. It's the first recurring dream I've ever had, and I had another recurring dream where you were talking about flying. Mine, I would be a lot of times I'd be like in an open field or somewhere, and I would always like run and like I would start to fly and glide, but then I would always like slowly start to fall back down. And I remember I'd have trouble like keeping myself in the air or something, and I don't know, it's weird. And usually I'd wake up before I hit the ground, but I don't know. The only dream I ever had where I was just straight up flying or floating is the one I told y'all about earlier, where I went through my roof. I do. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had a really bad recurring dream whenever I was suffering through my PTSD nightmares, where and actually I had this dream a couple of times before my car accident, and I don't know, maybe it was warning myself or the intuition, whatever, where I would be going down the road. I've had this dream like over 10 times in the past 12 years probably, where I'll be going down the road and I'm driving behind the wheel, and then like in the blink of an eye I'm in the passenger seat, or I'm in the back seat, and the car's still going down the road, and I'll panic trying to get to the wheel real quick, and before the car crashes I'll wake up. And that's so weird because I had that dream a couple of times before I had my near-death experience. I've had a few times afterwards.
That's like premonition, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I used to not think of it like that, but now I think of a lot of things differently.
You do though,
Chad,
don't you?
man?
Wow.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, I
did you see
do.
this comment?
DMT
I had a
elf.
DMT elf visit me
Oh
in
my
my
god.
dream.
Give me
Medical
medical
diet. Oh
diagnosis,
wow,
which was actually
that's
correct.
that is wild, man. Yeah, I gotta get him on here.
That's pretty bizarre,
Definitely.
man.
And I've been looking into that. And Grant Cameron, I just spoke about him earlier. He was talking about these. What I told you about the DMT, the double, well, not just double, but like multiple people that are doing these blind experiments. Where I think the DMT elf is really well known, but there's like this. They're talking about this lady entity with this headdress that has like these crystal garments on it, and these people that have never met each other, they don't even know what they're doing the study for. There might just be some hippies getting free DMT. I don't know. I'm sorry. But seriously though, like they do these studies, and like one person will be here in America and somebody up in Australia or Canada, and like days or weeks apart, and they're reporting these same entities, that not just the well-known ones like the DMT elf, but this lady, and I mean very specific. Like I remember Grant Cameron was talking about like a headdress with like this blue crystal right in the middle.
Wow.
I mean, how do they do that? How is that possible?
Right.
It's like
right.
a
Is
veil
she
between
blue?
realities. She might have been. I don't remember. I need to look more into it.
Because I've
It
heard
reminds me
many
of what Joe
people.
Rogan. Yeah.
I've heard many people that have had DMT that have had the same experience throughout different countries that have seen this blue lady.
Yeah. Didn't Joe Rogan speak about that? And Parasolo.
Yeah.
Sad. Don't let me forget about what he said right here. But go ahead, Cole.
Be concerned to have the floating dream. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to hear what Cole was saying first, though.
What's that about? Sorry.
Is that what you were just? Is that all you were going to say? Just the blue lady. You've heard that before. Yeah, I don't remember if this lady was blue. She sounded almost like an Aztec-y kind of. Like I need to look more into it. I don't want to give out false information, but I know she had a headdress with these crystals decorated in it, and the people described her like down to the detail, identical. People who never met each other and don't know what the study's even for. It's a blind study. So I don't mean to get off of you, but I'm really curious. Parasolo, why do you think it's concerning to have that floating dream? Because Sev talked, my move on investigator. I don't know if you guys realize this, but she was taking notes on me last
Was she?
last week. Whenever, yes, I said something too. Remember, I was talking to her and told her about that dream, and I saw her pull out a pencil and just got quiet. I mean, she's my investigator, so I didn't think about it, but yeah, she was taking live notes on me, guys.
Oh man. Hey, Michael Haywood. Good to see you.
Can I tell you about some other dreams that I've had actually?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
These ones have been just last year and this year. Well, it's been mostly this year that they happened. So I've heard people talk about they've had dreams and then the environment has been white. So I've had quite a few of those dreams, and I actually had one this year. So all the environment was white and it felt like very clinical, which is really strange. I'll go into that one in a moment.
What do you mean by clinical?
So one dream that I remember, there was a massive window. And you know how I said when I have dreams, I barely remember hardly anything except for one image. So I kind of get that one image. So it was a big window and something was happening outside, like that there was like something was happening in the sky. But I just remember everything around me was white. So the walls were white, like really smooth. The floor was white. Everything was white.
That is very interesting. So hold on, you're in like this blank, like astral realm type thing. So it's just like pure emptiness, and then you're looking through a window, seeing the sky. Is that what you said?
Not pure emptiness. It's definitely like a building or a room or something, but it's just that everything is white. And then there was other people with me as well, but I never saw their face. And something was going on in the dream. The other day I had another dream where it was all white as well. I was walking through like a canteen or a uni library or something like that, all white. I'm walking this way. A dude walks this way opposite, like towards me. My height, looks human, but he looks directly at me like he knows me. And then the dream stops, like right at me.
What do you mean by clinical? When you said clinical, what do you mean by that?
Again, not. I'm probably using the wrong
Gary,
word.
Gary.
It's just all smooth white walls.
Oh, like a doctor aesthetic type. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like just everything is white. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Just like an
So
Apple
your
store.
dreams are they?
Kind of, yeah, sort of.
So your dreams always Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I've got quite a few. I once had a war riot dream that was in 2015. That was that was about 2015, but I don't remember any other like war riot dreams that I've ever had before, just that one, but it was extremely vivid. I had a dream that was shared with other people throughout the world a couple of
What?
weeks
Wow.
ago. Yeah. I had a bridge dream. And there
Okay, you're
was
gonna
loads
have to update me on that term. I've never heard
A
that.
bridge
Let
dream?
me get my
as in like I was
notepad.
in my dream there was a bridge basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought you meant a bridge between people.
And no, and I'm a part of like an experiment group for synchronicity, like tracking
What?
synchronicity. Yeah, I'm a part of that group on Twitter, and it's just a little one, but every day we say if we've had any dreams, any synchronicity of waking up at like 333, for example. So we go
What is
back and tell them if we've had TDT, but I told them about my bridge dream. So
TD? You're introducing me to some stuff. I'm sorry. I need to come back up just a little bit because
that's okay.
Chad knows like I have so many synchronicities happen to me. I don't even try to wrap my head around it anymore. I mean I do,
Same.
but it makes my head explode in the inside. But what is this thing called that you're talking? That you said TDT or something? Okay,
Yeah.
so tell me about that. Tell me about the experiencer group, and I might have to rename this conversation from shifting times to like polls,
That's
interview
okay.
/ discussion. I don't know. No, this is really interesting though. I love it. So yeah, can you
So
explain that a little bit more?
yeah, TDT is just it stands for triple digit theory. I'm not doing the research. This is somebody else in the UK that's doing the research. And he asked me if I wanted to be a part of the experiment group about maybe 4 months ago. And it's basically just to say, for example, if you've woken up at 111 or, even a mirror number like, I don't know, 3:03 a.m. and say if you've had like a nightmare or a very vivid dream or anything that might be related, we just let them know every day. We just say,
How did you
all
meet
clear.
this person? I'm
Say that
sorry,
again.
I got a little bit of a delay here and there. Y'all just froze up. Can y'all hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, you're good, sorry. I didn't hear the very last couple words that you said, but how did you meet this person you're talking about? I'm just curious.
Just met them through Twitter. Again, you know how I've been uploading my pictures and stuff and my videos. They just popped up and said hello, and we've just been talking ever since. And he asked me if I wanted to join the group.
Have you spoke
It's
to this
really
person
helpful.
personally? And what kind of vibe do you get from? I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I don't know. I've met some strange people by random chance before.
No, I know what you
Sometimes I've
mean.
questioned
Yeah,
things.
I'm extremely careful, but I tend to get vibes off of people anyway. I'm quite intuitive with that part.
Yeah.
There's about 8 of us in the group. It's there's quite a few of us, and he's a really awesome guy. He is. He's been an experiencer for decades.
Would I be able to join this group if I wanted to? Say if I were to look into it.
You'd
I mean,
definitely be able to. Yeah, I can ask for sure. He'd love that because it's just all to do with how everything's connected, basically, the synchronicity and how we're all linked and what the hell's
cool.
happening.
Right. That'd
right.
be cool.
Yes, I'm really into synchronicities. And I know Chad is too. And the numbers, that's one of the things that first got when me and Chad first met and he first started his podcast. I remember talking to him about I told him what Chris told me, the more you look for the synchronicities, the more you see them. And like it's
That's
so
true.
true. Like that doesn't even put it to the right words, to be honest. And I know like this shifting paradigm, it normally goes for a little bit around an hour. So last time Chad was on, we went for like 2 hours, but I'm comfortable with going more than an hour if you want to. Cool. And I think Sonny is going to jump on, and I don't know where Mr. Crowley is. I sent him a link.
I can bear as long as you want. I'm free all evening now, which is cool.
I can stay on a little bit longer than an hour.
Okay, this is great. I might end up renaming this. It's not really like a shifting paradigm thing that we're. Well, I mean, I guess we are because we're talking about how this is affecting you. I would like. So okay, I guess this is a good little segue right here. So like what you're talking about, the synchronicity thing, and this group that I really would like to meet this guy, by the way, and maybe even talk to him privately.
Definitely.
Why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? What are they hoping to accomplish? Or it's just like study, or is it just people getting together, learn from each other?
I'd definitely say ask him yourself, because I don't want to put words into what it is and what it's not. But again, like I said, it's just to see how people are connected and how the phenomenon, how it's spreading, basically, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
So
it's seeing
you,
the patterns.
yeah, definitely. So you don't put any one label on a phenomena, I guess. Like that's
Not
that's where
anymore.
me and Chad are at. Yeah, definitely. And I'm speaking to somebody. I'm not going to give his name out, but I have a surprise guest that's coming on. It's not going to be here for like another month. But he told me that and he sent me the video where I don't know why Grant Cameron's name keeps popping up. Maybe it's because I just watched a couple of videos from him. But he told me personally, and this guy's an experiencer. Chad, you've heard me talk about him. It's still a little up in the air, so I don't want to say his name because this is the guy that told me he's had encounters with the Greys and that the Greys are humans essentially from like a parallel reality, also from the future. So like time travelers from the future Earth, another. It's bonkers shit, really. But that they like
he's
merge
gonna
their
be interesting
mind.
to talk to then.
Yeah, well, I mean, he also said that he's not 100% sure if what he's saying is completely accurate because it came through like dreams/downloads. But he said from what it looks like is that they were people, maybe us, maybe something similar, and that they got too technologized, which that's exactly what they told us Zimbabwe kids, and that they kind of merged their minds, and that they merged their minds with like the internet essentially, like they made themselves like a computer hive mind, and they lost all their emotions. And that he told me he believes personally that's why they're doing the whole hybrid thing, so that they can get their emotions back, and that are they're trying to make sure that people don't go down the same route that they did. And that lines up exactly what them Zimbabwe kids were told. Now he also just told me the other day. I need to get back to what I was originally talking about. That not all the Greys are connected to this hive mind. That some of them get attacked by other negative entities, kind of like a virus. And that they're really all connected, but that like there are groups of Greys that are more malevolent. But it's not because they're intended to be. It's because some other entity, I guess, like pretty much latched onto a piece of that hive mind and took it, and kind of like a virus. And once again, this guy's just theorizing all that shit. But he's an abductee. He's definitely an experiencer, and it's really interesting stuff. And I know I went way off the rails for what I was originally going to say here.
It's all right.
But he told me that he knows for a fact because somebody told him personally, and Grant Cameron said the same thing. He sent me a video that they're never going to come out with complete disclosure because they can't just come out and say it's not just alien or ET. It's also paranormal, and it's psychics and Sasquatch and cryptid and just all this. It's all connected. Just no, it's they and he, even in the video he sent me, he said the CIA Grant Cameron did. They refer to it as like phenomenon related activity or something. It's like a new something like that. I can't remember, but what like the disclosure movement, what they're really trying to do is just get people conditioned to know that it's not just one thing. It's something so big we can't even wrap our head around it. And I keep saying that on this channel. But yeah, I know that was a lot. And the guy, he said he's not 100% accurate, with everything he said. And Parasola, he just reminded me this guy's got an implant as well. That's why I know that he's a legit experiencer. He's really iffy on coming on here live though. He's never done an interview before. It came out public. I'd like to know why the Greys do all this implant stuff. I asked him the same thing, by the way, and sorry, I want to get back on core because I'm talking a lot here.
It's okay. Speaking of greys, I've actually had a very, very vivid dream of a grey on the 21st of October last year, followed by a disc UFO 2 nights after.
Wow,
A dream or a real sighting?
It was just a dream. It was just a dream.
Sorry, I got a lag. I don't mean to talk over y'all. The guy, y'all are glitching really bad right now. Chad,
you're coming in clear on my end.
Okay, you're good now. You're good now. Sorry. Yeah, the dude I was just talking about. That's why he said he's not 100% sure if everything he's saying is accurate, because he said he knows that he's had physical contact because he has an implant. His implant in his toe. It's so weird, and his pinky toe. It's bizarre.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I saw the X-ray and everything. So he knows he's had contact, but he's also every experience that he's had has been through dreams. And he said he feels like a lot of times they're either like screen memories or maybe like an astral plane type thing, or maybe that's just the best way for a person to experience it, for them to be able to what's the word I'm looking for? I guess that they can handle. I guess maybe some people, their minds just can't handle a physical entity in front of them, so they have these screen memories, or it's something along the lines of that. I want to hear more about your dream that you were just talking about. Cool.
I was just about to say, because I'm sorry to use this word, but I'm an absolute pussy. So if anything was to come up to me, I would probably shite myself. So I think Shiza. The dream that I had was the grey actually seemed nice. It was about 2-3 foot, and it was behind this like curtain, you know, those cotton curtains, like a tent door or something. It peeked its head behind me, and again it was that communication thing. I felt like it said something to me, but I don't know what it said. And then 2 nights later, I have a really beautiful dream where there's loads of people, everybody is panicking, but I'm the only one that's calm. And I'm looking to the sky, and there's these disc UFOs, really, really big. And underneath there's a ring of light, and it's pink, blue, and green, and it's like pastel colors. And it felt insanely real.
Wow.
Really cool.
Wow.
Well, I want to respond to and I want to ask both of y'all's opinions on this. Somebody just posted something that really got my mind. Right? The Governator's not here right now, Grandmaster. Don't say his name 3 times though. He'll just bust in through the wall. I just fixed my wall too. So where is that comment? Somebody just said something about they want us to believe that there was it Evan D. I don't know where that comment went. I think somebody said they want us to believe that they're coming in through. Okay, here we go. Evan D. He said, and they want us to believe these things are coming in ships. Come take three tokes. I'll show you a real alien. So the guy I was just speaking about, Evan D. And I almost said his name. I really got to be careful with that because I'm really close to getting him to come on here. He's very nervous, and he's watched the show a couple of times, and you guys have interacted with me in chat and don't even know it. I'm saying too much shit.
Dude, he continued down here. He said, I've had gray beings doing medical type things to me within the DMT space. These aliens are so advanced that when they abduct you, they can take your consciousness if they want. We have no idea.
Evan D, that lines up with what this guy told me too. He said that he believes someone was straight up from other planets, and maybe they have a connection to this other reality or whatever. But he said that a lot of these UFOs, what he's experienced personally, he's not speaking for everybody, that they use some kind of quantum engineering type shit. He was trying to explain it to me, and I was trying to wrap my head around it. But that they pretty much they do like this quantum technology shit, and that's how they like pop between the veils of reality. And it's like what Evan D was saying, but also they really are coming in craft. But he also told me some wild shit about how the craft themselves are linked to the collective conscious of humanity, And that was really crazy because I've been looking at this whole John Willett participatory universe, how we all are manifesting reality together. And he pointed out how like I think it's like in the 1800s they were seeing UFOs that were like blimps before blimps were ever even made. And there's even been like reports earlier that of what looked like boats, I guess. And kind of like how the UFOs evolve over time as we do as a collective consciousness.
Yeah.
I'm just theorizing here, and
Airships.
also what off this guy told me. Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Cora.
I don't know what to say really because I've not been here long. You guys know a lot more, but I mean, I've seen orbs come from what seemed to be outside of the window, like just outside the garden, and come through towards me. And I don't that could be a friggin' UFO. We don't even know anymore because, like you said, they're in so many forms. You know, we wouldn't know.
Definitely. So the orb came to your house. Is that what you said?
So I see a lot of orbs anyway that are like really, really tiny.
Right.
But yeah, it came through the window towards me.
Wow. Yeah,
Are
I
you
believe
noticing
orbs
any
can be
activity
a
in the
wide variety
sky?
of things. I think some of the orbs are straight up just craft, maybe just condensed energy. I think some of the orbs could be spiritual, more maybe some are just straight up like energy residue type shit. I had one of these little gray orbs that Sonny talked about live whenever I was talking to Barbara not that long ago, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm not used to seeing them in my house like that. Yeah, somebody got a question for you down here. Cool. Cool, you are noticing activity in the sky over England.
A lot.
Did you get that in your videos?
Let me have a look. I've got my profile open now, so I can send a link. Where do you want me to send it?
You could put the link in the private chat.
Yeah.
If you want.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, if you do that, I could play it without getting kicked off.
So this video is in the afternoon.
Okay. I haven't been watching the chat so much, guys. Sorry.
That's okay. Let's get the link. My partner saw this one with me as well.
Evan D, I totally agree with you right here. I think some of them could just be nuts and bolts from other planets, but I believe a lot of them are way more just something we can't even wrap our head around.
Yeah.
And Cole, I've seen. I think you might have seen my orb videos. I've seen them just materialize from thin air. Have you ever seen that before? Just pop in like a radio frequency. It's weird.
I see that all the time. Now, what I call them, because I don't have any words for them, I call them plasma lights. I see them in so you've got your visual snow, haven't you? And you get your eye floaters. These things have a life of their own, and I've seen them as like really chunky, almost like a meteor, but it's going the opposite way, and it'll just I see a lot of plasma
going
lights.
upward. So you see like an orb shooting up. Is that what you said?
I've seen them go up. I've seen them go down towards my garden.
Oh, so these ones are like a lot closer to you, not way up in the sky. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I've seen those, but I've also seen them way up in the sky as well.
That's how it started out with me. It was like these orbs that I think are maybe more craft or light beings, whatever they are. I've got this wild video. Chad might have it where I can play it here in a minute, actually, of the orb that flashes at Chris's house. And I know you're somewhat familiar with Chris, and I'm sorry, I bring up his name a lot. I'm not trying to milk him or rock on his coattails, but he's a big part of my story, really. He's the reason that I'm, talking about this right now. He's the person that helped me wrap my head around all this. And the first time I was ever get on camera. But I don't know, Cole, have you seen the video of one of these orbs flashing? And you got to slow the video down, literally slow as you possibly can, and pause it just at the right time. And there's like some entity attached to this orb, and Chad might be able to play it, and we won't get copyright. I got permission to play it. And there's these Native Americans that were there as well, and they're doing like a ceremony type thing. And there was other orbs, like Ryan and Chris and them. They're looking at the sky, recording these orbs, and one of them comes on the ground. I'm so glad you played that, Chad. Is this something like what you're talking about with the chunky one that you said?
That's beautiful. No, I don't. I've seen things like that, but not. That's insane.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I think is more maybe spiritual or something. I don't know. Maybe a deceased relative. I don't know. I just feel like the balls of light. I feel like those ones are either the crafter attached to some kind of entity, and then there's these ones that might be more spiritual.
You see, to me, well, it feels to me like it's a more spiritual kind of orb, because they're like, the ones that I see is so small and almost see-through, and they're either white or grey. I've seen a gold one.
Oh, you've seen gray ones too.
Yeah. Have you seen blue
That's
ones
so neat.
before?
No, but I just started experiencing the gray ones, and I'm glad Chad's here. I was live chatting with Chad privately.
Mm-hmm.
First time I've seen one of these little gray, tiny orbs, and like see-through, kind of reminds me of like static on like an old television set, kind of like almost fuzzy. I don't know how to explain it, but I was talking with Chad privately, and he saw me, flip out because I'm not used to seeing them inside my home. I love seeing the orbs outside now. I get like euphoria. I even give them, I show gratitude. I'll say thank you every time. But those gray ones is weird. And I've seen a few of them. Saw one talking to Barbara, and Sonny just talked about how he just saw one recently, and he went to go touch it, thought it was something else, and it shot up to his roof or something. It's bizarre.
Wow. To be that close to one as well.
Yeah, that's weird. I was given a warning not to get too close to the balls of light.
Yeah.
They can have unintentional side effects, I guess. I want to be clear,
Yeah.
people in the chat. I'm not saying that they're all benevolent. I'm sure there are some evil ones out there.
Did they say what types of things can happen if you get too close to them?
Arthritis, I know for sure. Chris is I think he said it publicly. He started developing arthritis. Chris was cured of his Crohn's disease after his 4 hours of missing time. But I guess after having so many really close encounters with these orbs, Chris has started developing arthritis, and he believes it has something to do with getting too close to these orbs, because a lot of people have said that. And it's apparently like with the benevolent ones like he's dealing with, it's not even intentional. It's just that frequency that's, I guess, so much contact being that close to it, it can just have these side effects to your body that we can't handle. Were you able to find out the Native American one, Chad?
Thank you.
No, man, I can't find that one for some reason. I don't have it downloaded, I guess.
This is good.
This one's the one that keeps flashing at him.
Is this one of the ones that the one shooting up? Yeah, shoots up.
Thank you.
Like a pool thing.
Sky's alive.
Yeah, that one just shot upward.
They're letting me film this. And
awesome.
It's only going to get better.
Oh, there's another one.
Yep.
See that?
I've got that compilation put together on my channel, Chad. With
yeah,
a bunch
turn
of
the
these
video
sightings. And there's one of my sightings, and then a lot of Chris's sightings himself.
This is
All right, play that one.
Sunday night.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna jump off real quick, Chad, and I'm gonna send you that. It might kick me off. I'm gonna send you the Native American orb video.
Okay, I'll play your other one too while you're gone.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. If it kicks me off.
All right.
That's cool.
This is a compilation that he's got on his YouTube channel. You guys can find at the TrippyTimes YouTube channel, and go to the playlist and find. This is a compilation video that he made.
There you go. See that orb right there? Here I'm barking. There it is again. Look, plain as day. Thank you. See if I can zoom a tad.
Yeah, that one's interesting because you can see it flashing through the trees.
When I first saw it, it took me a while to see it, but then I was like, oh, it's there.
Yeah, there you go. 2 of them, 3 of them, 2 of them at least. Thank you. Now that's communication. It's flashing me. I can see it through this lens here. That's information being sent. There you go.
That's fascinating.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff I wish I got.
Oh, this isn't the compilation video. This is just an orb video. Where's the... Oh, I think this is the video.
Thank you.
Some orbs may be confused with meteors.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Sky's alive, and you're letting me film this. And it's only going to get better. Thank you. Did you see that? Wow. I hate to turn the video off. This is 79. Brand new psionics. Right. Thank you, Lord. This is it. I could have filmed this 15 minutes or 10 minutes ago. It's been watching it that long. This is in the daytime still. The sun's not set. This is at Ryan's wedding rehearsal. And I was able to invite it to come with Aldi. This is Nick Hinton, by the way. And there's Nick from Bledsoe Said So. Right on top of the trees. This is for all you Bledsoe Said So fans.
Yeah. Night before my wedding.
Yeah. Well, it's a sign for your wedding.
Christopher and Jessica. Where's Christopher and Jessica?
This is a little short video. Yeah. This is
Give me a kiss.
wedding. Ryan's wedding rehearsal. Still daylight. This is the second orb. That's a big orb there, probably.
Maybe it's a satellite. Maybe it's
Teddy wants
50
something.
feet around.
Yeah, exactly. This is them being like, hey, it's not a satellite.
It's coming towards us. It's going to take the same route as.
Wow. They're incredible. I'm always, whenever I see his stuff, I get insanely jealous.
I know, he pulls up all kinds of stuff.
He's got all that space as well to have people over and experience the thing with him.
Oh,
It's,
yeah, Chris.
Mm.
Yeah. Here, let's,
I've sent you a few in the private chat. I've sent you a few links. The first one's a video, and then the other 4 are photos.
yeah, let me see if I can pull up that video.
Yeah.
I think I have to go here and then full screen this.
Oh, yeah.
Ignore my voice.
That is so crazy.
It's funny because I was having my photo taken and I just decided to look up and it was there, and I'm like, hang on.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it?
Is
I
it
tracked
moving?
it too. Yeah, it was moving really, really slowly. But
Huh.
you can see it. You can see it do a detour.
Can you see?
I think it's at the very start.
Look on my phone.
Mhm.
It's really bright.
Damn.
That white dot that you can see
Yes.
with your eye up there.
Yes.
Oh, make my eyes go funny.
Is it?
Looking up.
Oh,
What
it
is
appears
it?
Josh has joined us.
Oh, I don't know.
It's moving smoothly.
Hello,
Okay.
Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Maybe.
Hello.
Yeah, we're
I
just
sent you
playing-
the Native American orb.
Let me just
Chris.
video
Yeah.
it and then I'll do the satellite tracker.
Yeah, I got it.
Notice that.
Because I'm telling you, I notice these things.
This is how I met Cole right here. I saw this video on Twitter.
Oh, that video? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I had
awesome.
no idea she knew any of y'all. And I'm like, hey, come on my show one day. And she's like, oh, I don't know, I'm so nervous talking in front of people. And then like a week later, you're on Chop Shop with like 10 people. I'm like, what? The
I thought
nervous
I might as
person I
well
was
one day.
expecting. No, you have a great speaker's voice. I think you're natural. Yeah. So this is the Native American. Guy trips me out. Like how many times I used to skip school with Chris and hang out in his backyard and smoke weed. I mean, it's just so bizarre to me. And like so, over 10 years, I didn't believe that what Chris was saying was real. I mean, I was friends with Chris, but that documentary came out when I was in high school, and like 90% of the school ridiculed him for it, and I can't imagine how that felt. It wasn't until like a little over a year ago that I started having experiences, and I went back to Chris and got in touch with his dad, and now me and his father are really close. And now I know that everything he was saying was. Well, I mean, I know that he's a legit experiencer. Some of it's subjective to opinion, but he's an experiencer regardless. Yeah,
I
this
completely
is
believe them. I
wild
do.
video. Yeah, I definitely. I don't know what's going on. I might get kicked off. Okay.
Sometimes you're sideways. It's funny. You're like,
I don't know.
go
It's
sideways.
Cole's energy, man. She's
I'm telling you.
across the world, man.
I'm an energy vampire.
Oh my God, what we do in the shadows. That so yeah, there's these Native Americans that came to Chris's house, his property, where he this is, by the way, it's like a mile from where I grew up as well. And they're doing this you can see Chris and his family, they're over there recording some in the sky. And I think it's Chris's wife that's got this video. She's like, "Oh look, I got one." But none of the Native American man, Governator, man, I told y'all not to say his name too many times. Yeah, none of the Native Americans or anybody are like caught off guard by these orbs. Like it's just natural to them, it's wild.
Yeah.
But whenever you slow this down and pause it is whenever it gets
I'll
really
see
bizarre.
if I can do it. I'll see if I can do it today. I get my space bar ready. Ooh, I felt it.
This is wild. Cool, this video has not been altered or tempered. It's been analyzed. There it is.
It's coming.
Really close. You gotta slow the video down. Huh?
One finally.
You gotta slow it down.
Oh, it already flashed.
You didn't slow it down yet, did you?
Oh, I got one.
You can't even see the flash whenever it's regular speed. It's so wild. You gotta go slow as you possibly can, and that's what's so crazy about this.
There it is.
Oh my goodness, like gives me chills every time.
I had to, when I first started taking the footage, I had to slow my stuff down just to double check. You have to.
Well, they're vibrating. It's on such a high vibe.
Yeah, this is a real entity. Cool. Everybody in the chat.
Oh man.
Yeah, even at slowest speed, it's hard to get. That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I saw this video like a couple of times, regular speed, and had no idea that this was in it. I mean, I'm at Chris's house the same day. Oh my God, look at it. That is an entity, guy. And it's like it came into camera just to let you see it. I guess Cole's never seen this before. Is that not like the craziest shit you ever seen?
That's
that shows you like there's at least some of these orbs are attached. They're attached to something, some kind of intelligence.
Is that what you was talking about earlier?
Yes. That's the light beings that Chris refers to that healed him.
Yeah, Chris says that that's what he sees.
Or that's at least its energy, or its aura, I guess. But that shows you that they're either attached to it or maybe they condense their self into these orbs. I don't know. I also know that one of these orbs, Lou Elizondo and Tom DeLonge from Blink-182, the what are they called? Two Stars Academy. They retrieved this metamaterial from Chris Bledsoe's yard. There's an orb like as low as this one, and it literally went from energy materialized into a metallic spear, from a ball of light turned metal and shot off. And as it did this is dripping this liquid, almost looks like liquid metal, like magma, and it solidifies almost instantly when it hits the ground into like this metallic puddle. And I saw a picture of this, guys. Like, I swear on everything I love, I saw a picture of this that I don't even know if Chris was supposed to have it. But I mean, he's the honestly. Sometimes I wonder why he gave it away. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, he did what he thought was right. But yeah, I seen the picture of this, and it looked like nothing I could even put into words. It's not CGI. It was, and what's so bizarre, it was like ripply. It was like a puddle, and even some of it was still even like solidified as it was dripping. So it's like some of it was still coming down, you know, like downwards and then going outwards into this puddle. I can't put it into words. Ben from UFO Garage saw a picture of this. And I might be able to get it from Ryan's Twitter or Instagram if he has it on there. But it had like a hexagon like pattern in the puddle. I can't even put it in a word. It's so weird. It's just out of this world, literally. And yeah, I wish I had a picture to share with you guys right now. It's so hard to explain. But I mean, this right here shows you, you know, like some of these are attached to these beings.
It really annoys me. Isn't it annoying when you see something and you can't capture it? I've seen quite a few things, because when you said aluminium ball, or you said like a metal ball or something, I've seen that stuff that I've not got on camera.
Yeah, I didn't know they could do that. That just, I mean, how do you even wrap your head around something like that? Going from energy to a solid metallic craft. And he's also the one that told me that and Lou Elizondo speaks about this openly. That's why I'm allowed to share this. It's that UFO podcast. I can even send to you with a timestamp. I know people have their own opinions on Elizondo and to the stars, but he said, you know, publicly that he retrieved this metamaterial from Chris, and Chris told me it has a DNA to it. It's biological somehow, like the actual metamaterial. It's organic. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how they do it. I know me and Chad like theorized about sacred geometry pops into my head because of the hexagonal patterns that were in the thing, but also the Chad, help me out, brother. What is it? Cymactic? I can never say that word.
Oh, semantic.
Yeah, like frequency and some semantic.
Yeah,
with
sound wave frequencies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the videos with the sand? Yeah. Chad, I think Chad knows a little more about that. But if you could change something's frequency, you need.
When you said geometric shapes, I wanted to pull this up. This is a picture that she sent over.
Well, what is that?
They're just some from last year. Was it last year? Yeah, this was when I first started getting footage of them. This was back in August, September time. You know, the one at the bottom middle one, I've got that on video, actually, like daytime.
Wow.
I could see it with my own eye. It was tiny in the sky, high up.
Is that a pyramid up there at the top?
That is, so on my garden, there's like a water laboratory or factory behind my garden, and it's got a roof point, yeah. And that thing that's at the top of it, I've got photos of it floating. So it's not a bird or anything, it's some weird floating thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and one of those looks like a disc. What is the one in the bottom middle? That
the bottom middle, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The one that I saw with my eyes, yeah. Daytime.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you repeat what you said about that? I was just ADD hit me hard. I was sitting there observing all the pictures, and I kind of just got pieces of what you're just saying. Sorry.
That's okay. What, the middle one?
Yeah, the middle and the bottom. Can you explain that again?
Yeah, that one was in the afternoon, and I actually saw it with my own eyes. It just looked like a black dot in the sky, and I've got it on video.
So you have the camera set up?
Say that again.
Do you have a camera set up somewhere? You said you saw this in one of your eyes, so like, or some of the other ones captured that you got while you weren't there?
I literally just used my phone.
Oh, so you actually did like see all of these though? I was just wondering if you like had a camera set up recording somewhere while you weren't home or something.
No, some of these I can't exactly recall if I've seen them with my eye. Some of them I'll be able to remember, but some of them I'm not sure if I did, but most likely not, because I do get a lot where they're just there. Like the one.
Do you mean some of them you don't see with your eyes and you see it in the picture? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, that's weird. Yeah, Brian from Pork and Beans was talking about he's in the Sasquatch, trying to get captures of Sasquatch, and there's orbs everywhere in photo. So no reason I think these orbs could just be a huge variety of things. I think Chad saw the picture, said one went into a bush, and there's there's like orbs, a bunch of orbs, like coming out the bush, like after he took a picture. And he said he just saw like the back of the Sasquatch leg go into the bush. And I'm really new into all the cryptid and Sasquatch stuff, but I'm thinking like, what did Sasquatch turn into the orbs? Did an alien abduct the Sasquatch and use the orb? I have no idea. I'm just theorizing.
Right. Like which way does it go?
Yeah, or do the orbs just like, are they watching the Sasquatch? I have no idea. I've been told a couple wild theories about Sasquatch, but sorry, I'm going off the rails here. What is is it the dot in the middle right there?
Yeah, so this was maybe a month ago, and again, I was just taking random pictures of the sky, sometimes just to see if I can capture anything random like this. Didn't see this in the sky, and I looked through my photos and noticed there was those three there, but then there was also two others below that were darker, much lower. This was above the roof of that building near my garden.
Wow, that's interesting.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
So have you had times whenever you look somewhere and it's like it pops up right there where you're looking, and I can't figure out if it's like, do they know that I'm looking there, or am I like intuitively sensing that it's about to pop up there? But does that happen to you? It makes me think like, are these things just around us at all times? And I mean, if they're in another dimension, that I guess they would be. If all space is connected.
I not just in the sky as well. I get stuff at home all the time. You know how you said with the orbs, I get them at home. I get stuff like yesterday I saw, when it's a super hot day and you see like a wave of heat.
Yeah.
So I was just working on my I was working, and to the right in my peripheral I saw like this wave of heat, and it's a super cold day and it was inside, so I'm just like, I get wisps of things. I get so much in my peripheral. There's something around me for sure. I used to get things touching me all the time too.
Oh, so you read my mind. I was just about to say my shadow being into whatever that was in my peripheral, but it was so solid, and I didn't like it. Chad knows that I didn't. I don't know. And I was riding this high, like this euphoria, and I was in such a good mood. And the reason that I kept trying to tell myself it didn't happen. Like I wanted to believe it did not happen because I was not comfortable with something being in my home. And but it was just a few days after. I think didn't y'all play the video earlier of Did you play the one that I got at Chris's house where I recorded like 15 orbs and
the compilation.
There's two compilations. There's the one that's a bunch of Chris's sightings and Ryan and Chris Jr. And then there's the one of I was actually with Chris. It was like 3 days after that is when I had this shadow figure. I mean, like right here. I was laying down. I was rewatching some of my footage actually, and I'm getting it ready to post on YouTube. So like with it being such close timing, to me leaving Chris's house, I definitely believe it was real. But like you said, it was my peripheral, and it was like a solid shadow figure just like walked through my living room right here. Chad, keep that in mind whenever you come visit me, buddy.
Yeah, really.
You definitely will have seen that, because I've seen them actually, like in the afternoon when I've been on my own, come through to. So I'll be sat in the living room and I'll see a shadow like come towards the middle of the living room floor, like clear as day. I saw it the other day, sat with my partner, and I tested to see if it was like a bloody shadow, and it was like a thick shadow that went by the PS5, and I was like, that was not made by anything.
That's
crazy. Was clear as day. I get shadows quite often.
Wow. First off, I'm jealous you got a PS5, but
yeah, really.
You can't have it.
Can't have it.
So like these shadow figures, I know where you live, Cole. You're somewhere over there in UK. But sorry. Oh God, you got me thinking about that now. The shadow figure, not the PS5, maybe a little bit above. You see these shadow figures though, like, are you looking directly at it, or is it more in your peripherals?
It's when it's a shadow, for some reason I see it. It's there.
Like dead on, like you're looking straight at it.
No, it's like a bit away from me, so it's not here, but like.
Yeah. Is it does it look 3D? Does it look not solid, but 3D? Like a walking shadow, pretty much, with a physical, not physical, but I don't know how you can explain it.
To me, it
Like,
looks just like it merges in as if it's just another shadow. Like the color of the shadows around.
does it look like it's so is it more like a shadow on the wall? Or is it like an actual, because like what I saw was like a black, it's like a shadow in the shape of a person, pretty much like a 3 or 4 foot tall person, just a shadow. And I mean, I'm laying down and it just walks straight through my living room, like walk by my doorway, like, and saw it in the corner of my eye. When I did, I jump up and I had my phone. I'm setting up these videos, watching the orbs as it happened, ready to put them on YouTube for the first time. And I remember the first thing I did, I was like, that didn't just happen. That not just, and like it freaked me the fuck out. Like I couldn't get sleep that night. And I messaged Chris the next day about it. I messaged Chad about it, I think. And Chris told me, they're not necessarily all malevolent, and it could have been maybe a hitchhiker type thing. It could have been, I don't know, just maybe my frequency, maybe something was checking up on me after I had that major experience over there. I don't know. What other kind of experiences have you had, Cole? I'm just curious.
I've actually got it all written down here because I tend to forget things.
Nice.
Let me have a look. I see a lot of sparkling. It sounds weird, but like I see it quite often.
Nothing sounds weird. Nothing sounds weird on it. Somebody was just on here talking about fairy, Gemma Jade. She was talking about like fairies, the fae or whatever, which I was totally new to, but I'm open minded to all this, Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. People keep telling me that I've got fairies, and I don't know whether to believe it or not. But that's what I go to straight away because I used to believe in them as a kid. I used to be fascinated with them, but they're always around my plants, and they appear out of nowhere. It's every day. I see glitter It's like glitter, like tiny pinpricks of glitter.
Wow. Look, I'm not going. Me and Chad are not going to judge anything that you say. When I first came in here doing this, like getting this community, all I was trying to do was figure out what the UFOs were. I didn't know that it was going to lead to paranormal and psychics and Bigfoots and fairies and all of this stuff. So like, I'm open minded to all of this. Really.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's the more you know, the less you know. Really. Like, who's to say that these fae aren't some kind of interdimensional being or something?
Right.
Maybe they're the machine elves, man. Maybe they just manifest wings and they're like check up on these humans in this reality. God,
could be.
My mind's going nowhere. What do you guys think that I shouldn't get on this subject? Let's say, what do y'all really quick? What do y'all think the machine elves do? If I've never experienced them, I want to ask Evan D about this, but like, what are they, like little mechanics of the universe? What the hell are they?
Yeah, it's almost like they're worker. Like they're the worker bees.
Oh man, dude, the same thing. God, Chad, I told you that's the
feeling I get for them.
That's the same exact words that I was about to say, man. It's wild.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get that they are. They're kind of like the worker bees of a hive.
Give me 1 moment, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, 1 minute.
No problem.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 minute.
Okay. God, what Cole said that got my mind going. I was just watching something earlier before I got on here, and this medium, she's talking about a real quick grandmaster. Machine elves are here to teach us the way. Okay.
Teach us the way. The commander.
Okay. All connected parasol. You guys in the chat are awesome.
The way of the UFO.
Eat the UFO for breakfast. I saw a video of giant sparkling blob flying over at night. Great. I mean, I've heard somebody I don't know, that one video we played earlier that you did. That's kind of like a little blobby looking ectoplasm type shit.
Yeah.
They're all one like us. I don't know if she's talking about the machine elves, but I agree. I think we're connected to everything. Now, what if if the reincarnation is real, which I'm really leaning towards that being real. What if some of us get? I know you know about the starseed thing, Chad. Which I think you could be. If that's reality.
Yeah.
What if some of us, whenever we leave here, we get manifest or we reincarnate as an entity or an extraterrestrial, and maybe we're more connected with our past lives, so we come here to Earth and we like check up on all our homies that we're used to live with and stuff. I don't know. I'm just having
That
fun
could be it
theorizing.
for sure.
Right.
I know it's fun to theorize.
Ghost aliens. Yep.
It's cool because the more you do it, the more you find out that you have the same thoughts as your friends. You're like, oh, really? You thought about that too?
Yeah, we have fun doing it too. And I mean, we get serious about it, but at the same time, we try to keep. I don't like getting all the negative doom and gloom stuff. I'm not ignoring it, act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I know that there's bad shit out there.
I'm trying to.
I mean, I want to be aware of it. I just don't want to put too much focus on that. There's this guy named Joe Dispenza. I've read some of his books.
See,
he's the guy who got me into quantum physics. He has this famous quote. It says, "Energy flows where attention goes," and I used to have that on my wall here. You know, Joe Dispenza is cool.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of that, so you were talking about like the little sparkly fairy things, whatever they are, the fae or the sparkle lights, whether they are fae or not. I was just watching this woman. She's a medium before we got on here, and she was talking about whenever she goes into her meditation, she sees. First, she was talking about breathing in and breathing out. You know how like you do whenever you do meditation, but she said as she was doing it, it's like the physical world on the outside. She would be seeing it in a weird way, but it's like it would go in and out with her as she was breathing. But she said that there was little dots of sparkling light everywhere, and that she got this download of information that and it tripped me out because I've been saying here, like chatting people, that I feel like we, like the double-slit experiment, we collapse every moment that we're in, just like how if you're familiar with double-slit experiment, like whenever you're not looking at it, it's a wave of a quantum wave of probability, but whenever you look at it, it's particle. So I think every moment that we're alive, we're collapsing that moment into the reality that we're living, and we're collapsing it from every thing that we've been conditioned to be into this, this vessel that we are, every moment of our life, maybe even our past lives. And right now, all three of us, our realities are like they're entangled, quantum entanglement, and everybody in chat and all of us. But this lady was talking about how there was these lights everywhere, these little dots, kind of like what you're saying. And she said that she feels like every one of those little dots of light, because we're made of light, is a possible timeline through the multiverse. And that's essentially what we're doing, kind of like what I was talking about, that we take like maybe one or multiple of these dots of light, whatever. And this is just her way of looking at it, her way of envisioning it, that we take this piece of energy through these little dots of light that are, around us at all times, and that we focus in on that. And maybe some of those pieces of light are like qualities about us. Maybe they're memories. Maybe they're just beliefs. And we like collapse that down, all that light, and that makes our present moment. If you get what I'm saying, I know I got way out there, but it kind of
that's pretty deep, man. That's deep.
I like it.
Well, a lot of that was coming off the top of my head as I was telling y'all, and some of it was her, but it was also like relating to what I believe and what I've been theorizing.
If they're memories, I want to pick at them, because I don't remember anything really before 20, and I've got a weird feeling that I've got repressed memories.
Have you ever thought about doing regression?
I want to, but I'm poor, and I don't know where to find them in Nottingham.
Me and Chad got the hookup for you, man. We know.
We got the hookup.
Right.
I need it because it's just uncanny what's happening. Like, why am I able to take pictures of UFOs? Why am I getting like glitter? Why am I getting all this? Why is it happening? Like, something's got to give.
I love your accent, by the way.
I think there's a lot of people out there with the same question.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Me and Chad about to start a side business. It's going to be called the Paranormal Hookup. Keep that between us, though.
Yeah.
Got the discounts. Got the people.
We'll get you discounts on all your regression therapy and your CE5 connections.
Oh, yep.
We'll get you hooked up. We'll get you free card readings.
Oh yeah, Chad's working on it right now. That's why he's reading you right now, and you don't even know it.
Yeah. Pick
a card out for you. We're gonna find this out eventually, Cole. But Chad is a really horrible man in black. He thinks we don't know, but we all know.
Well, in that
So
case, I
then
can clock out.
in clocks, man. No, you are on the clock, man. Like, why do you think I'm trying to keep your
On the
secret
clock.
safe? I'm using this reverse psychology to keep Chad's secret safe. It's not working. We're both doing a horrible job.
Yep.
I
Terrible.
don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Doing a
Slightly
horrible job.
morbid. Slightly morbid. Thank you. I do gotta say, I got a rush telling y'all that. That was all pretty wild. Because I was theorizing like as I was saying it to you, but also going off of what some of what she was saying.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
wish
told
I
you I've
could
been on
think
this
like that.
multiverse kick. You do. We all do. I'd see it in you, Cole. I think you definitely do. You say things that, so like we're in the 1%, or I think it's more than 1% now for sure. But they say that like 1% of the population are, I guess, experiencers that know it. I think that's probably going way beyond 1% now. But you're in that minority, we all are.
No, I definitely know. I know I am. I keep doubting myself. I think my mum is maybe a part of it because she's been getting TDT for like a decade without even realizing until I started getting it. And my uncle is involved. He's got photos and videos and he's experienced and stuff. So there's so many people out there.
Yeah, I think we're probably all experiencers. Just most of us don't know it or are conditioned not to believe it.
Well,
I don't.
what
Yeah, so go ahead.
what got me thinking is like Nikki Noel, don't you?
No.
Nikki, is
Oh,
she in our
okay.
community?
Yeah, she is. She's been on Dave Scott's podcast before a few times. Um,
Does she go by
yeah,
another name?
it's just Nikki Noel.
Cole, what Sunsaver said right here, that's so true. And Sunsaver, I'm sorry I didn't finally got the chance to share the screen with you last night, and I was about to pass out, man. I've tried talking to him a few times, and I think the government keep kicking us off, man.
Yeah,
Sunsaver's a
really.
genius, man. That dude is super smart. I had no idea how smart he was until like a little while ago. And that dude he's a deep thinker.
Yeah, man.
No, he's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, like Sweetly Morbid said right here. We all have been visited. Most like us have been abducted. I think oh, so those I'm going back to the blood to those green guys.
It's okay, man.
Sometimes I feel like it irritates people, but
No.
it's part of my story, man. It's like I'm forever going to be linked. My first major experiences with him, and it might be the
Yeah.
whole reason I started seeing this shit,
All right, see you,
He said
Parasol.
during his, hello everybody. I need to get up with you sometime. He was saying some pretty cool stuff. So when Chris had his regression, I wonder if we could play that regression on here without getting copyrighted. Oh, it's on Discovery Channel. But
yeah, it's on Discovery.
They might be able to. Yeah, but it's the YouTube video that posted is not Discovery Channel though. It's somebody else that recorded off their TV. But during his regression, the light beings told him that the Earth is like a garden. I guess they tend to it, and he refers to them as angels. I know that's a little subjective, but who's to say that angels aren't like these extra dimensional entities that are just maybe the most advanced ones that are like closest to the source, I guess. And when I said that to Chris completely agreed with me. He said I was on the right track with that. He said it's good thinking. So I think just all this paranormal stuff is all connected somehow.
I think it is. Yeah, it's all a big web.
Can I add as well when you said how you said something and it made me think because I went to I went to my first paranormal event with my mum back in I think it was May last year, so about 2-3 months before I started taking UFO photos and videos, and I saw my first orb. It was the size of a football, so it was about this big, and it was white and clear. I saw it with my naked eye, and then that same week, I started getting things touching me that weren't there, but constantly for about an hour whilst friends were at home with us. So it was getting a bit annoying. I was trying to ignore it. That's when it seemed to have started. by going to this paranormal event.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I needed to give a shout out real quick. Paranormal Experiencer. I can't remember if I've seen you on here or not. I know your name looks familiar, but thank you so much for that comment. That means a lot. I'm still so new at this, and Chad, I was with Chad when he started his channel. He's been with me. he helped me debut my channel. Literally debuted on his channel.
Yeah, it's been fun, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. It's something I never thought I'd be doing, and to me, it's about this community. I love connecting with people. Like Cole, just met her. She's on the other side of the planet. It's awesome. We're just sharing experiences and getting this stuff more out there in the open. Coral. Yeah, thank you so much, really. I'm so sorry I got off topic though. What were you just saying? Coral.
That's okay.
Oh yeah, the convention, the paranormal convention. Why do you think that happened?
I don't know. I just think I'm susceptible to stuff, but like my mum said, I think it kind of just opened me up because I mean the last room that we went in before the event finished, there was me and my mum in this room on our own. So the guide left us, and nothing was happening, and we was doing like divination with this glass. Was asking questions. Nothing happened. It seemed eerily quiet.
Can you say that word again? I'm sorry to cut you off. Divination, is it good?
Was doing like it was a divination glass table. So we had the glass and we put our fingers on it, that kind of thing. Where it like moves.
All good. Can you explain it? And Cole over here teaching me all these new terms. I love it. What exactly is that divination? And I need to take my notes.
I might be wrong, but it's just where you get a light, like shot glass, turn it upside down, and everyone puts their energy onto it and rests one finger on and asks questions and something to respond, and it'll start moving if anything is happening, that kind of thing.
Okay. Kind of like a Ouija board without the board or something, or like a more benevolent version.
Yeah.
That's new to me, and I need is Big Willie in the chat.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one with the shot glass.
Jump on in, Big Willie. Yeah, you're teaching me some new stuff. I love it. I need my pencil.
And
the whole point of this.
We was asking questions and nothing was happening. It seemed eerily quiet, and then something seemed to take over me. I felt like I've never felt anything come over me, and I felt like something was behind me on my shoulders. And apparently when I was asking things to happen, I was sounding angry in my voice.
Really?
And the woman, the guide of the event that was next to me is a huge empath, and she said her stomach was in knots from the anger that whatever was on me or affecting me. So that was my first paranormal event. Those things happening, seeing an orb, something coming over me, then it started happening. So
do you feel like there was some kind of like parasitic entity that tried to latch onto you? Is that what you're saying? Oh.
I don't know what it was. It just didn't feel nice. I felt really uncertain and uneasy.
Wow. And you said this was at that convention?
Yeah, it was like a paranormal event. Yeah.
See, I'm only a year into all this. Cool. Now I got really into the metaphysical, I guess, quantum physics stuff after my near-death experience 11 years ago, and I've now looking back on things, I realized that I had a lot of things that kind of prepped me up to being open to all this. But it wasn't until like a little over a year ago that this became undeniable when I started seeing the orbs that I couldn't deny. But I've spent like the past year playing hardcore catch up. Like, I mean, I think most of us here do, like a lot of my interest. Now I need to get back into like playing guitar and go to the gym a little bit more. But like seriously, I study shit like this. The quantum physics more so than before. It led to paranormal stuff, I was researching Sasquatch and my Native American ancestor the other day. I'm just like, I'm a totally different person. I think it does this to all of us though, doesn't it? I'm sure I'll agree.
It does. It can get obsessive as well, and I hear that from everyone. And you just have to like realign yourself that,
I think it depends if it's beneficial and if you're passionate and driven and it benefits you, That's what I think. So if it's making a negative impact on your life, or that's why I try to stay away from some of the more negative doom and gloom stuff. And I will look into that stuff because I don't want to be oblivious to it. You know, if some crazy mean ass alien comes and tries to butt probe me, I need to be ready. You know, joking. But you know, yeah, definitely.
Hey Josh, I gotta
Yeah,
hop off here, man.
all right, man.
Unfortunately.
Thanks for being on here. So I
I'm
was
sorry.
just about to say, man, this has flown by. Cool. I'm loving this conversation, and we still got 12 people. I don't mind staying on for a little bit longer if you want to. It's up to you.
For sure. Yeah. I've
Um,
Yeah, I
gotten
think I should
used
go
to it
on
a
for a
little
little bit
bit
longer.
now.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, it's looking like it's
you're natural.
yeah, it's a natural thing for you.
What is Cole? Big Willie has a question for you. Cole, what is Cole's thoughts on the link between meditation and sightings? You're doing great, Cole. She is. Just curious to hear
Just
your
Well,
curious to
thoughts.
hear your thoughts.
Big Willie, hi.
Did,
I love Big Willie's voice and his
did
beard.
you say? It sounded like you
Big
said Big
Willies.
Willie. I'm sorry.
Big Willie.
I'm
Big
sorry.
Willie.
Bye, Terry, bro.
I thought you said
um,
thick Willie.
Oh my God. Time to go. It's time for me to go.
Guys, I'm blaming it on my connection here. Sorry. Yeah, the questions are.
yeah, I've read the question. So, I mean, I haven't meditated as much as other people have. You're still laughing.
I need to get serious. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
I'll see you
still
guys.
practicing.
Bye, Cor.
Oh, bye,
All right,
Chad.
Chad.
I'll speak to you soon.
All right, we'll see you guys. Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, meditation. So I'm trying to practice getting better at it because I'm not very good at it. And we start somewhere, don't we? But when I've noticed when I calm myself down and I'm going through the breathing techniques and I'm watching at the sky, I'll notice as when I'm calmer, I see more plasma lights, and I sometimes see like, so I call it the flashbulb effect, when like something flashes in the sky if it is a UFO and it like flashes for a split second. That's what happens. That's my link between meditation and UFO sightings. It just calms me down and I see easier.
Right. That's awesome. That helped me a lot, really. And Big Willie knows this because I had the gray orbs I was telling you about earlier, the ones that I've seen a few times in my home now. I'm really not used to it. And last time it happened, it kind of overwhelmed me a little bit. Like and it's weird. It's like I felt like this weird feeling before it even appeared. And I don't know. I started writing stuff down because it calmed me down. But I'm trying to get back into like the meditation thing. But I had a couple other people like Spooky Morality, and he said like what you're saying. You know, like you meditate, you just kind of get your frequency. You know, your chakras aligned. I guess I'm really new into all of it, but I'm trying to get into it, and I know it's beneficial in a lot of ways. And Big Willie says beards are men's makeup, but thank you for. I can't grow a beard out naturally. Mine comes out too scraggly. Um, yeah, I'm totally jealous of Big Willie's beard. It's very majestic, I will say. Sorry. No, I love what you said, really, and that helped me really because I'm trying to actually really get into the meditation thing. I've been talking to Spooky Morales about it. I know you know him, and he's a guru. So I'm gonna look through the chat real quick. I want to thank everybody who's been here. This time has flown by.
That's cool.
Just want to see if any other people got some questions for you because I haven't been paying attention. It's been such an awesome conversation. Big Willie or anybody, if y'all want to jump in here, and cool, you don't mind. I can go for a little bit longer if anybody wants to join.
Yeah.
Sunsaver says when these orbs flash, that's when it gets my attention, and then I watch them move around the night sky. I think like stars.
Yes.
Right, like that compilation Chad played earlier. It's almost like they're putting on a show for you sometimes.
It does feel that way.
So I want to ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
Cool. Making sure. And there's probably some questions I missed, but I'm curious about this because I've asked a couple other people. This shifting paradigm segment, which is also kind of turned more into just a open discussion / interview for you, I guess. So I've been thinking. I hear a lot of people talk about like your left brain and right brain. right? Sure you're familiar with that. Well, that maybe like whenever you're talking about you left this paranormal convention, you started having more experiences. Do you think certain things like maybe a near-death experience, or just maybe being around somebody else who's had an experience, or something happens where there's like this change in your brain, like your synaptic connections, that makes you maybe just more aware of these invisible spectrums of light, that, or energy, whatever it is, everything's energy. But do you know what I'm saying? Kind of like do you know what neuroplasticity is?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like okay, see, I knew you're awesome, you're smart in this stuff. It's like the rewiring of your brain, but not necessarily like being more smart than somebody else, just like being maybe more aware or prone to these energies. What's your opinion on that?
I mean, for me, because I had to learn how to. I kind of started learning how to be really self-aware in my teenage years, because I had
Awesome.
very bad mental health. I had very bad depression and anxiety. I had a bit of an eating problem when I was about 17, 18. And then I thought I had a personality disorder from my 20s until up until this past year. Um, and I've had to learn how to be self-aware to kind of better my mental health. And I think because I'm very aware of my surroundings and my own mind, I think that's where it's come into play.
That's awesome. I'm really glad you said. I think it's something everybody probably in this community has something, something that just makes them a little bit of Mr. Crowley said the other day, like an outcast, I guess, or at least that's the way that we see it. But like you said, you're self-aware or aware of being aware. Somebody told me that one day, and it hit me really hard. So don't just be aware of being aware. Told me to try to look at things from like an outside point of view. Like I don't know, when he told me that, it just really blew my mind. But who's to say like these, what you're talking about, like a disorder or whatever, like we were conditioned to believe that's a disorder, but then us focusing on it so much kind of magnifies it, and when really it just could be something that makes us like a unique fractal of the universe. I use that a lot, even if I'm not using it right. I believe we're all fractal of reality, or of the creator, the source, whatever you want to say. But who's to say that like that stuff, and I swear to God, I just saw one. Oh my gosh,
Are you
I'm sorry.
okay?
I just saw one of those little gray orbs again. I swear to God.
That's okay. I thought you
This is
saw
the second.
something. The way you looked, I was
This
just
is
like, you've seen something.
this is the second time this has happened live. Wow, so fucking weird. I'm sorry. God, it threw
It's
me off.
okay. Collect
Yeah,
yourself. It's okay. Take your
no,
time.
it happened. That's cool. It happened with Barbara. Okay, sorry. I need to get.
That's
What was I
okay.
saying? I'm so sorry. What was I just saying?
So, because I was agreeing with what you were saying, my mind's gone blank as well. It happens to me really easily.
Oh yeah,
With
thank you, Sun Saver, not being accepted high profoundly. Thank you so much. And God, I swear to God,
mental
the little
health, basically.
gray, yeah, God, those little gray orb things, whatever they are. That's the fourth one that I've seen in the past
Just
month
popping
now.
in to say hello.
I'm getting a little more used to it now. I guess
You
still
do.
weirds me out, just something being in my home. But yeah, or maybe it's like it condition or what weird. God, it just threw me so off, and I was in the zone too.
Don't worry. It's okay.
um, and if you see me if I keep looking over there, I apologize.
That's okay.
So like maybe these what we're considered, or what we think we consider to be like a disorder, it's more of what makes us unique to our conditioning, or to be open to like this kind of stuff. Like ADD. A lot of people look at ADD as something negative. I used to my whole life, and then just from like me simply changing, my perspective on it, it changed me. Instead of looking at it like it's something bad, it's because I had somebody tell me, it's overactive mind. It's a curse and a blessing, whichever way you choose to look at it. If you look at it like it's going to make your mind go haywire and you can't function in reality, then that's what it's going to be. If you look at it like you're creative and you're able to like put a lot of imagination and creativity and passion and be driven about something, that's where it's going to go. Like what we were saying with Joe Dispenza earlier, energy flows where attention goes, and it's
Exactly.
all about your perspective on it.
I
I got a
can
little off the rails
definitely.
there.
That's okay. I can definitely attest to that because like I was kind of playing the victim almost for about a decade,
Yeah.
nearly 2 decades. It's been since the age of 15. So I'm 30 now. Just think that's 15 years of undoing. And then this magical thing happened where I started seeing things back in August last year near the Lionsgate portal. Around that time, it was the same day of
What?
the Lionsgate portal. So it's
Okay,
meant to be
can
like
you explain that to me real quick? What that is? I'm gonna cut
oh,
you off. I'm
I
not
don't
familiar at
know
all.
myself, but it's
Can you
like
stomach?
it's.
Oh,
Let me have a quick look. But
okay.
Lionsgate portal because I don't know myself. Gate portal. It was on the 8th
Let
of
me get started.
August.
Coral, this will be a conversation I never forget. It's the
Oh,
second time you and Barbara Jean Lindsay, y'all, second time that has happened. As I'm doing a live stream, I don't know if it's the energy. I don't know what it. I don't even know what these little things are. And so weird. Sonny from Paranormal Chop Shop. He had a little experience with this orb thing, and what he described it sounds identical to what I just started seeing. And I'm used to the balls of light outside that I've gotten on video. These little whatever they are, little gray transparent balls. I have no idea what they are. I had a family member pass away a couple weeks ago. Maybe. No idea.
oh, I'm sorry.
Um, I'm just here. In my mind, it's just that threw me off really bad. Sorry. I want to get back onto what you were saying. Lionsgate.
That's
Lionsgate in
okay.
London. Some favor.
Yeah, my brain goes blank a lot, so don't worry. Lionsgate portal. So it happens every year, apparently. It's when the Earth makes a special alignment with. I'm just reading the description. It's a spiritual day, basically. It's a portal day. Like 22 to 2022 is in the next 2 days. It's kind of like that. So it's like meant to be a very specific, significant spiritual day.
Okay. What was the 202 thing you said? Can you say that again? Sorry.
So in 2 days, how it's the 22nd of February 2022.
Oh,
So,
okay. I got you.
yeah, so that it's the kind of same thing with that, how it's meant to be like a spiritual portal day or something. I
Right.
don't
His
know.
numbers are information. Yeah. Yeah. That kind of lines up with what you're talking about with the T. Oh my God, just saw it. God, I'm so
Did you see
sorry.
it
What?
again? Is it
What?
is it
Yes,
me?
I
Am I?
did. Like behind. It's so fucking weird. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm
Um.
passing it on. Are you okay?
Yeah.
It
It's
it spins you
just
out.
so bizarre. I have no idea what it is. It's so weird. I
I've
feel like
kind
it's
of gotten
watching.
used to that.
I'm a little more used to it now. The first time it happened, I was talking privately to Chad. It freaked me the fuck out because it shot by right in front of me. I have no idea. Really, I'm just gonna try to keep having a chat. Maybe it's somebody just I don't know. Maybe it's your energy, like you said. So yeah, like the numbers, the synchronicities that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I had this little theory that I was thinking of. And by the way, you can insert all of your theories that you want into this segment that we're doing. Like, what if whenever we see these numbers, these synchronicities, like 333 lined up, or like what you were saying, 2 days, it'll be 22nd to 20, which Kathleen Martin's coming on that way, by the way. So like that's frequency. Whenever you see that number, that synchronicity, it's information, and like you're getting that thought in your head that's putting out a frequency that's changing the DNA. Like Nikola Tesla said, your DNA holds information. So like if you get what I'm saying, like you just seeing that number, you seeing that synchronistic number lined up, and I'm just theorizing off the top of my head, guys. Like you see that and you get that that burst of energy in your head. You're like, oh shit, it's synchronicity, and then boom, like your DNA information is changed. You might go throughout your whole day differently just because you get that little, the little uplift in your spirit. Just theorizing.
I get it on my battery as well. I've had it where I can't remember what the numbers were, but I've had it where, like, for example, the battery will be 22 on my phone, and then it's like 2222, like 1022, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
then the date will also be like the second, so all the numbers are two. I've had it with battery on
yeah,
my phone as well. It's insane. I get it all
it's
like
awesome.
everywhere. Synchronicities.
I like to say that's it's like the universe's way of winking at you.
Yeah.
I said that the first time I ever came, opened up publicly. It was on the UFO Garage with Ben and Joe. I just said it off the top of my head. Just UFO. I mean the UFO. Sorry, the universe's way of winking at you. I think you can have bad synchronicities too. I think just like we said earlier, it's like just the more you look for them, the more they are. But I really feel like, I'm sorry, the more you look for them, the more you'll see them, or the more that they show themselves to you. And maybe us collapsing every moment, like we were talking earlier, like the double-slit experiment, we're collapsing every moment of reality that we're living to have this, this take this wave particle and put it into the current moment that we're in, and we're living that experience of reality through the multiverse. If that's the case, maybe the synchronicity is like pulled in because of our conditioning and our beliefs. I'm just theorizing here. Just
No, that's
like
cool.
your hopes, your intuitions, or your beliefs, just your drive or your passion, whatever. Like maybe that's just information out there, and somebody just said ether earlier, and now it's in my head. It's like this information out there in the ether or whatever. And since it's already in the back of your mind and your subconscious, whenever you collapse that moment, that's like you're intuitively thinking about it, and then you're able to spot that synchronicity better. And it's almost like you maybe you're like communicating with your future self or something, or like yourself from alternate reality, who knows. Or the source, I guess, maybe. And since it's already in the back of your mind and you're intuitively thinking about it, you're just able to spot that synchronicity better. And then whenever you spot it, it gives you that triggered reaction. And I'm
That's
sure I
an
could have said that.
interesting way to think about it.
Well, thank you, because I felt like I rambled really bad. I'm sure it was a simpler way I could have said that, but I'm theorizing here. That's what I love about doing this little segment that we're doing.
I like the way you theorize. It's better than I do. I can tell you actually, I was looking after the neighbor's cat for a couple of days, and one night, this was on the exact same night, I woke up at 111-333-555. Like,
So 3 times in one night.
yeah.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah. Yeah. It makes you think about like how everybody has Alexa or whatever in their house.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what I was just saying, with like you communicating with your subconscious. It sounds weird to say if you're talking to yourself, but you're conscious. Everybody has a conscious. Like how they used to depict it with like the little devil and angel on your shoulder. But like I said, I think it could be bad. Yeah, like like the old cartoons, they have like a little angel and a devil on their shoulder, but not like that. I'm just like the energy, the source, your connection to it. Or if we're a piece of the universe, then, or maybe it's as well as the information from all our past lives. If you believe in reincarnation, that could all be conditioned in the back of our mind, and maybe that helps us spot these synchronicities that we're not even aware of.
It is super weird how we catch them, though. It's really weird how we catch them every time.
It's weird that you're talking about this, because I've been digging into synchronicities a lot here. I mean, I've always experienced them, even before before I started having these experiences. And that little gray orb is messing with me. I don't know. I swear to God,
There
guys,
again.
I'm not. Yes, the third. I've seen it 3 times now within the past 15 minutes. This is it. It's something about you got me stuttering. I don't know. Maybe it's my energy and your energy together. I have no idea. God, it keeps throwing me off. It keeps throwing me off. I'm gonna have to pull up a picture, because I got not a picture I took, but the closest thing, so I can show y'all what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it throws me off so bad. What were you saying?
How big is the orb? How big's the orb?
It's tiny. It's a little teeny little gray ball, but it pops up and it'll like move like really irregularly. Like it first it was over here, and now I've seen it twice, like behind the camera, and it went like this once, and then just now it just came straight up. I'm getting more used to it. I've never seen it more than once, consecutively like this. That's so bizarre. I can't believe I'm even talking live stream about this right now. Thank you everybody in the chat, for real, and I hope y'all know that I would never lie about any shit like this. Well, y'all.
I believe you. I get the really tiny ones too.
I was gonna say, I think you're good at picking up people's vibes. It's really throwing me off though, but I'm getting
I'm
used to it.
sending orbs your way.
You really might be. I was just thinking that. Or they're just excited. Maybe. I love it. I love your sense of humor. Maybe they're excited to hear you talk. I don't know. Maybe they're
Maybe.
telling me to cut up the volume so they can hear you. I got so thrown off from what I was talking about.
That happens to me.
I
My
want.
partner will be talking to me, and I'll try listening, and then sometimes I'll see like you know, the sparkly things I've spoke about. I'll see a
Yeah, I haven't
sparkle above
experienced
his
those yet.
head, or like, and it
Yeah.
distracts me.
Can you explain that a little bit more? The little sparkle things that you're talking about. Josh, you were doing a great. I'm trying, cat of I don't know. I think it's orb, whatever it is. I think it likes the coral. Sorry, yeah. Can
Hi,
you explain the little sparkle things?
they're just tiny pinpricks of glitter in the air.
Yeah. It's so just for like a split moment, like it just comes in and out.
Kind
Or
of.
like, have you ever seen it like hovering, or is it always just like a blink of an eye, just in and out
Like
like that?
it's a in and out thing, and I've had it where they've started getting bigger, or maybe that's something different. I don't know. Like
That
that big
sounds kind of like an orb. I don't. Wow.
for a split
But it's
second.
always just okay. Wow, that's paranormal experience. I believe you because I experienced the same things, slightly different scenarios. Well, you guys can see the orbs I actually did record. I think didn't you, Chad, play those earlier? But those are totally different. Those are like the balls of light that I think could be craft or extra dimensional or extraterrestrial. These little gray balls, whatever they gray balls. I was calling them shadow balls at first. This totally new to me. I don't know what they are. It's very bizarre, and I'm just not used to something being in my home so close to me. I have no idea what it is. I'm going to talk to Sev more about it. She was really interested in it.
I contacted Seb the other day.
Really, I was just
Yeah,
about to. I think you're a little psychic. I was just about to tell you she'd be good to talk to.
I am psychic.
I believe it. Um, was it after she came on my show the other day?
It was actually the day before.
Oh, really? Oh, did you
Mhm.
know she was coming on my show?
Nope.
Oh, see there,
I
synchronicity.
she was on someone else's podcast. I can't remember who it was. It was a few days
Um,
before.
I know she. I don't know if it's been posted yet, but she was just on uh Wayne and Michelle, Michigan UFOs and Paranormal.
No, I'm not sure. It was definitely a different one. But I heard that she had like I went on a website, just had a little look 'cause I was intrigued. I always look at people's websites if their experiences and things like that. Had a little look, and she had like a form to say if you had any dreams or any experience, and I thought I'm gonna tell her about my dreams.
Right.
Are you seeing it
Trying to look
again?
into. No, I'm being paranoid. No, I was
Oh,
listening, just kind of looking around. I guess I didn't mean to.
it's okay.
I'm getting used to it. It's not freaking me out like it did before. But I was gonna say Sev is I heard everything you said. I'm sorry. I'm just
That's okay. You don't have to
yeah.
apologize.
I'm kind of curious now, to be honest. But it is still throwing me off a little bit. I was gonna say that Sev is great to talk to. So she so when I first reported to move on, like a year ago, I had one investigator that I was speaking to, and that was just a regular orb. And then I started having more metaphysical premonition. I don't like to call myself psychic because it's not like it's something I can control, but I definitely have had psychic activity. I think we all have psychic abilities, and that's when I got reassigned to Sev. And I actually have proof of one. I'm pretty sure you've heard me say this. I reported an orb that I saw in the night before, and synchronicities lined up with us too, like layers of them. If Big Willie's still in the chat, I sent him the email that I'm talking about. I can't say the person's name out loud. I'll send you the email later. Just don't say this girl's name. So real quick, I'm gonna tell you, I had this weird dream. Maybe you've heard me say this. This girl comes up and she makes a joke. It's like we're in a high school party, and she's like, "Josh, why did you say I'm so high, I got lazy eyes or something. And I woke up and just really strange dream. I wake up that morning and I'm on my back balcony smoking a cigarette, getting ready for work. And as soon as I get on my phone, at the very top of my YouTube feed, there's a song called Lazy Eye by this band, Silver Sun Pickups. And I heard the song before a long time ago, but I had not researched it, not did anything. But like the girl in my dream, who I had not seen like 10 years, she just made a joke about lazy eyes like right before I woke up. And I'm like, whoa, what in the hell? And like as soon as I played a song, um, this orb shoots over the left of my top of my balcony, and it comes to an immediate stop underneath the clouds, and it flashes outwards. And when it flashes, I can see the glow hit the bottom of the clouds, and it flashed so bright, just like in a blink. It's just like it shoots and stops, and just it's insane. And the timing of it, it's crazy. And the light was so, I mean, it was blink of an eye, like a flash, just almost like a camera flash, but really big. I remember it, like I could see in my peripheral where it illuminated my pants legs, my jeans, and like the inside of my balcony a little bit out here. And the light, there was like a radius, like the light hit the bottom of the clouds, and that was like my moment where I was like, okay, this it's not a shooting star, And I remember just like being like, oh my god, and it almost got emotional, to be honest. I know it sounds wild, but I had been, debating whether what I was seeing was what I thought it was, and then that happened. And with it being underneath the clouds, I knew it was not a shooting star. So it gets crazier. 3 weeks later, and this is what I have an actual email to prove this, because I sent the first sighting, I sent it to Sev. For some reason, I don't know, I used the girl's first and last name. The girl I saw in the dream that made the comment about being high and looking like she had lazy eyes. 3 weeks later, that same girl randomly calls me, and she had a near-death experience. And that was the moment where I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, And Seb contacted me after that, and so she told me, just like, Josh, you're an experiencer, you need to quit denying it, and but I don't claim to be a psychic, and I try to condense that down a lot more. But that was my wake up call, I guess you could say.
That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah, I can show you the email. It's crazy. Like, even if I had seen this girl in less than, even if I had seen her, a week ago before this happened, how would I have known that she was going to have a near death experience 3 weeks after this orb sighting and this dream with this weird synchronicity? It's like layers. Just, it blew my mind.
Exactly. I've been giving yourself more credit.
I just I can't control it, and it's really random and unpredictable. I was going to ask you, have you had I don't know if you were joking around or serious about it, but have you had like psychic premonitions or anything like that, like dreams come true, anything?
When I say that I'm psychic, I don't mean it seriously. I don't, but when I was living with my parents, me and my mum would just jokingly say, "Oh, we're psychic," like pretty much nearly every few days as a joke. But I don't think it's a joke. Like I
Sorry, Connor.
and what did he put? Sorry. Oh, I say sorry way too much.
Me too. I feel like I've got a second lag a lot of times, so I accidentally speak over people, and I already do that sometimes. So it gets worse, and then sometimes my mind just goes on overload. And yeah, I'm working on it, Connor. Sorry about that, buddy. Oh, sorry for saying sorry. Got me a paradox here, Connor.
I did the exact same thing. Don't worry.
Thank you for the constructive criticism. No, I'm very new at this, and I love making all these connections and bouncing ideas off of each other. So what you said about your mom, y'all joking around. I used to do the same thing with my mother. When I was a kid, like I pick up the phone to call her. She'd be like, "Oh my god, I was calling you," and stuff like that happened all the time. And it was always a joke back then. And now I look back on some of those experiences, just totally different. So is it kind of similar with you?
Yeah, it's the same thing. And when I'm going to say something as well, or the other person will say something, I'm like, I already thought that. I was literally going to say that. And I do it. I do it often with the people that are closest to me.
Yeah, maybe like your frequencies get like entangled or something. I don't know, or they're just you're on the same frequency, like they say, I guess.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you more about the oh, sorry, by the way, about Sev earlier. I just did it again.
It's okay.
Try not to say the S word anymore. Sev, I got reassigned to her when I first started reporting all my major synchronicities and random dreams coming true, and that's how I went from the first, I guess, nuts and bolts move on investigator, and they moved me over to Sev because I was reporting having these weird, premonitions and dreams and psychic activity. And I found out from Sev that a lot of contactees or just experiencers in general, they will start to have these, psychic, phenomena. That's why I asked you earlier about maybe just having an experience in general does some kind of rewiring of your brain just to, or maybe moves you from the left brain to the right brain, or whichever one it is. Might be wrong there, but you get what I'm saying, right? It makes you just able to experience or see these invisible spectrums. You you get where I'm going, right? I'm kind of theorizing
Yeah,
here a
no,
lot.
I get what you mean, definitely.
I want to I want to have your input on something, but somebody said something up here in the chat that I forgot about. I meant to pull it up earlier. I totally got sidetracked. I think it was Evan D. By the way, if any of you guys want to jump in, I can thank you. I can send a link if I can't be on here too much long. This 2.5 hours has flown by, and
It
Connor,
has.
I think you're gonna break the record for my longest show yet. I've been having a great time talking to you. I was feeling so drowsy before I got on. Somebody said something earlier. Well, I was about to get off here shortly, but we got another guest coming on. All right, just a minute. I hope it doesn't kick me off. No, sorry, just a minute. I gotta send somebody a link real quick. We got another surprise guest coming for you, Cole. See, people love you on here so much. They're just willing to
Yay.
get up, hungover and probably, looking like 100 pounds of ass, and he's gonna get on here anyway just for you. I'm joking. Don't tell him I said that. He might be listening already. Well, just a minute. There we go. Don't kick me off, please. Fuck. Okay, got it.
Do you get the tinnitus all the time as well?
Do I get the is it the ringing of the ears?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I wrote that down at the very beginning. I forgot to bring it up. That's new, but yes, and a lot lately. Whole lot. Last night I could not get to sleep for a minute, for about 15 minutes, even though I had been up for like over 30 hours. Because I had company the night before. And hanging out on the Paranormal Chop shop of all places overnight. Don't ever go there after hours. It is the dark corner of the I'm just joking. No, it's so much fun really, but it's a little alternative humor, I guess. Okay.
No, I enjoy it.
Oh, you've been on there after hours?
I haven't, but I've watched After Hours.
No, I mean the private chat. Sorry, is what I'm referring to specifically. Yeah, I'm not even gonna I don't think I'm legally allowed to speak about what happens there on the private chat after show. The ringing of the ears last night was really bad. I was gonna ask you because I haven't looked into it so much. What is it, like a frequency shift?
I don't know myself. No, I don't want to say anything in case I'm completely wrong.
Hey, go ahead and theorize.
I mean, there's people saying that, like you said, you didn't like the ascension word. It's how we're all, finding all this out and experiencing it all, and how it's spreading. Well, like how we're in the age of Aquarius as well.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
crazy.
So apparently it could either be something to do with the solar flares and the polar shift and how the Earth is changing completely.
I've been
It could
saying that
be
polar shift thing a lot here lately.
it could be the ascension thing, or it could be something related with the ET,
All
or
of the
something
above.
else, or all of them.
All of the above and something else.
Yeah. Tell
Something
you
we
what, I've
can
got a
wrap our head
story
around.
for you.
Sure. Real quick, Terry Brown. Thanks, buddy. I gotta say, I was so relaxed for like the first 2 hours. That's cool. I don't think you're in here. And then these little oh, and Sonny's coming on too. Yes, Sonny is coming
Oh,
on. I won't
nice.
be the lone gray orb experiencer. You said you saw a gray orb before too, right? One of these little gray, little fuzzy static shadow balls, whatever they are.
Me?
Yes. I
I
thought I
see
heard
them
you
all
say
the
that you saw
time
one.
then. Oh, wait, no, yeah. At the paranormal event, I saw a big football size one, grey.
Oh,
And I've
these things
seen the
are tiny.
tiny ones.
Yeah, these are tiny. Chad just experienced his, or Chad Sonny just
Stunning.
experienced his first one. But yeah, Terry Brown, I don't know if you how long you've been in here, but just like in the past 30 minutes, I'm pretty sure it's the same one that I keep seeing. I keep looking up to see if it pops back up when I'm talking about it. Like it thinks I'm talking crap or something. I've seen it 3 times in a row in 30 minutes talking to Coral. Little gray orbs. Are you talking shit? um
You talking smack?
uh, Oh my god! So I just got such a funny image in my head, like a gang of orbs coming out here to jump me. Like, we're about to haunt the shit out of you, human. Oh, sorry. Let's get serious. Let's get serial. Okay, Tyler. We see orbs from time to time when the skunk apes come around. I was just talking to him about that the other day. And now I'll have that song in my head for the rest of the day. What song is he talking to? Talking about? Did one of us reference a song unknowingly?
Oh, you might find this interesting as well.
hmm
I've got so much. I've had random messages in my head as well.
Like a download?
Just
Like
like
what do you?
words.
Okay. So like I think that even if something is not a specific download, like if it's not something given to you from like a ET or an extra dimensional, who's to say that that's not like just like we were talking about earlier with the synchronicities, like your own self-conscious uh your own conscious slash like connection to the source, like giving you that information that's out there since we're connected to everything. Because all points of space and time are connected, just like so I'm gonna say this to you, people in the chat have heard me say this a lot. I always think about like it's like this book, it's solid, but at the smallest point it's not solid, it's vibrating and you can't destroy it. If you just change it to something else, you set it on fire, it's just going from one element to another, turns into heat and goes up in the air and can mix with the water molecules and rain down and grow a tree that makes oxygen that we all breathe. So everything is connected. I think like we're all connected like that, and all the information is always in the universe, and it's always going to be. Maybe like our own conscious being connected to the source kind of helps us get these downloads or be more intuitive, I guess. Just like how you talk about, your conscious, your the little devil. I know it sounds silly, but the little devil and angel on the shoulder, but not like that. You get what I'm saying? Though, like what helps you see the synchronicities, the good ones and the bad ones, just like we are speaking about earlier. But the same thing for like I guess downloads that you would help get yourself. I guess like your own You get what I'm going at, right? I'm having trouble finding the word right now to say. Energy never created nor destroyed, right? The law of conservation of energy. That's right. And what you said earlier about the age of Aquarius, by the way.
Yeah.
When I first started getting into all this, the first time I ever heard that was whenever I went over there to meet Chris Bledsoe. Not meet him, but I met him a long time ago. But whenever I went over there to talk to him about my experiences, and I had an experience with him, that's whenever he told me that we're going into the age of Aquarius and that it's going to be the the next massive shift for humanity, I guess.
And it is happening now. It's been happening for a while.
Yeah, and I think you picked a great time to open up into this community, and I know I did, because years ago, just a couple of years ago, and I'm still new into this, but I can see like how the consciousness factor it's getting merged into not just the UFO community, but like the paranormal as a whole. It's become so much more accepted. I think it's because people are just realizing how much of an impact consciousness plays on everything, as a whole. And like the paranormal, like who's to say that we're not manifesting all of this? Like even the paranormal, and just I've been really digging into John Willer, the participatory universe. That's just theorizing, and I kind of need to avoid that rabbit hole. Yeah, hold on just a second. I think Sonny is trying to get in. Yeah, he might be in already. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to surprise that for you, but I already ruined it. Sonny from the
damn it.
shop is coming in. Then Lizzie, you jump on in if you want. Hey, nice to,
great.
and Enzo, you got it, because I can't be on here too much. I don't know. This has been an awesome chat.
I know.
Got the record. She's got
I was going to
longest chat
say,
ever.
I've only got 20% battery left. Oh no!
Wow. Sorry about that.
Those orbs have really rattled you.
That wasn't the orb that time. That was just me being dumb. No. I do want to show you something real quick that, God,
Yeah.
I was so calm and focused earlier. So I just got this calligraphy set. Awesome. I do some art. I need to get back into it. But I'm showing you that for a reason. Are you like an artist or a musician or anything?
Yeah, I draw character art.
Character art. Well, like caricatures? I can never say that right.
Let me just pull up my thing. One sec. Let me think.
Show it all. Enzo, jump in. Any of y'all want to jump in for like the next, I guess, maybe 30 minutes or so? I don't think we're gonna go past 3 hours. I thought this was going to be an hour-long segment. But I'm asking you this, Cole, because whenever I was we might have somebody in the chat. Oh, you sending me the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was told or asked this question by not only Sev, but the person I can't name, that I can't say anything about him really, but he was telling me how all these experiencers, they've done study, and most are they've either had like NDE or trauma, and also a lot of them are musicians or artists or people with ADD or something, like something that I guess
Trauma.
yeah, but also like on the artistic side though, like they said, a lot of rock stars, Grant Cameron pointed that out, and musicians in general as well as artists. And that's what got me thinking maybe it just has something to do with like that wiring with the brain. Like, just I think anything can be art, by the way. Anything that you put passion and emotion into, you're taking your thoughts and you're manifesting it into some kind of physical form or non-physical. Even if it's music, it's still vibration. And I can't see you right now, by the way. I'm trying to pull this up.
As well, you get into the flow state,
right?
and anything that you get into the flow state, and you're able to just use your creative juices. Like it could be dancing, it could be just calligraphy, it could be anything. Breakdancing, for all I care, it gets it's the right side of the brain.
Exactly. Yeah. Just just being in the zone, like you said. I can't figure out how to pull up your picture right now on what I'm doing wrong. But I've never even done calligraphy before. I need to get back into art. I play guitar, and I've kind of been falling out of that, but getting back in. But I used to do art a lot. This is the last thing that I drew right here.
That's okay.
Hadn't drawn anything in like 4 or 5 years. All right, so I know awesome. I got like thank you. I think I could have done a lot better.
Let me share my screen. If I share my screen, I'll be able to show you the art.
My flock is everywhere. Hi. Any of you guys want to jump in for these last 30 minutes or so? Just let me know. I'll drop you a link. I don't know where Sonny's at. He's supposed to be coming in. But I'd love to see your art. And yeah, you're just strengthening my belief about experiencers. Just having that maybe that's the whole, so what is the left side and the right side of the brain? Are you more? I'm sure you're more familiar with it than me. What exactly is it, like material and non-material, or what is it? 'Cause I need
Oh
to look
no,
into it
don't
more.
don't ask me that question. I don't know myself, Josh.
Can you like give a simplified or somebody in the chat?
Yeah,
I
someone
think
in
I
the
have an
chat
idea.
can.
Is it like one of it is like more logical, like in your face, kind of, just a logical explanation for things, and then the other side is, believing in things that are more fringe or out of the ordinary. That's kind of what I'm
Yeah,
thinking that it is, but I'm not 100% sure.
you've got like the left brain is that, like you said, it's the more logical side. The right brain is the creative brain,
Okay.
and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
people with a more intense, like their right brain. If it's more active, that's where they have experience with phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's
That's
kind of
exactly what I've
linked.
been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's exactly what I've been. That's where I've been going with this whole people having these experiences.
Yeah.
Um, and if you're mostly analytic, that's the word I was looking for. I could not remember what it was. If you're mostly analytical and methodical in your thinking, you said, hold on, I don't know why I'm reading that right there. If you're mostly analytical and methodical in your thinking, you're said to be left brain. If you tend to be more creative or artistic, you're thought to be right brain. Thank you so much. I could not remember that word. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been. That's what my thoughts have been going a lot here lately. I guess people who are more, which one is it, right brain? They're the one more prone to having these experiences or already. And I think, maybe we all have that ability to shift over, say if we're left brain, because I've always been artistic and creative, but I was also always, I believed in some kind of higher power. But when it comes to the paranormal stuff, I was hardcore skeptic. So much so that like I kept my first sighting, orb sighting of denial for 5 years. And the dream I had of my great grandfather and my grandfather and great grandfather, I always knew that was something out of the ordinary, but I never looked at it as like an astral projection or me actually seeing, my grandfather, or I don't know. I just kind of looked at it maybe like it was a lucid dream, or maybe it was just, I knew it was something more. I just didn't know it was that, that much more, I guess.
It's sad as well because we're not really told about lucid dreams as well. Like in school, we're not really taught about dreams and things like that, anything to do with this. And
That's a
there's so
great
much we
subject.
can get out of it.
We're not taught a lot. There's so much, and yeah,
Too
it's so
much.
much of that. Like it's like for me, when I got into this reality, like about a year ago, and it really took me seeing the stuff on the news, even though I know it's on the surface level, it looks like it's nothing, but the Pentagon just like confirming that the UFOs were real for me, and it had already been going on for like a few years, and I had no idea. And there's still so many people out there right now that are oblivious to it. But I
Yeah.
saw this and I'm like, what? I'm like, are you serious? Is this a joke? And I start looking into it. I see the footage with like David Fravor, and real quick, like that switch just flipped on my head. First I went back to that memory of me being at the Cape Fear River. I'm sure you've heard me say this, and it's like an orb. I'm with my best friend, the same friend I had my near death experience with, and we're just talking like this orb ball of light. I thought it was a planet like Jupiter or Venus or whatever, and I'm talking mid sentence and it curves off like a backwards C. I mean, just like this, but like, I mean, just boom, it's so fast, like it just vanished in thin air. And I've told us so stories so many times. This is my very first sighting. I freeze like mid sentence and stop what I'm saying. I remember immediately I started rationalizing, like the left brain is like they're
Yeah.
saying. I remember thinking like, okay, my eyes are fucking with me, or some weird bug crawled in my beard. I'm hallucinating. No, my best friend immediately, he's like, dude, did you just fucking see that? And my hairs on my arms stood up. I remember this so perfect. And I'm just like, are you serious? And we talked about it that night. I remember joking around with him, like saying, oh, yes, probably just some aliens about to abduct a cow or something. Or we're joking around. Even said, like, maybe it's the angel. We talked about it, and it's so weird after that night, me and him never brought it up to each other until last year when I started having more experiences. But for 5 years, not only him, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't think about it myself. It's like I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to believe it. I just kept thinking like it's got to be some kind of explanation, but it can't be aliens, you know. Yeah, and I know I went way off the rails. What I was going
No,
to
you haven't.
initially say, what I meant to start out with was whenever I got into this reality, I remember just thinking like, what in the hell? Like this is real, you know. This has been the reality that's been hidden, you know. Like, why are we being lied to? It's almost like I feel a little mad, or angry, I guess.
Yeah, it does make you angry sometimes. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that, but then do you think there's certain people that might be better off not knowing, or do you think everybody needs to find out at the right time whenever they're ready, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's just when people are ready. Unfortunately, I don't think that everybody will be ready, and there'll be some people that just can't handle it and will exit. But there's people like me that is in underlying. I've always been like, I've not read about this stuff throughout my life, but I've always had an interest in the background. I mean, as soon as I heard about the official report, um, I went on
Right.
UFO Twitter, the hashtag, about 2 years ago or something like that, a year and a half ago. And I was just like, I need to look because I'm intrigued. And then I just jumped
Right.
onto UFO Twitter. But yeah, no, I think many people are ready for it. I think people are capable because I'm a scaredy cat and I'm proper looking into it. And
No, you're not.
you know,
You're the one here talking about it. You're not. No, you're inspiring people right now doing this.
so
Everybody who shares publicly, just the people who get in the chat and talk with each other, like you're making
yeah,
it different, really, because you're making it more acceptable. You're helping other people get comfortable. Just 6 months ago, I would not have been comfortable saying like 90% of the stuff that I'm saying right now. It's crazy. I think we're all just going through this shift right now. That's it's a it's a work in progress, I guess. It's not
it
something that can
is.
happen overnight.
It's
I mean, I'm
definitely a
sure.
shift as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the whole point of this segment. Is I was gonna say, how different do you think you are right now from the you a year ago or 6 months ago?
I was just about to say, like I said with the shift, I actually felt the shift. Um, I was very different. Again, like I said earlier, I was playing victim. I was victimizing myself, saying I've got BPD, being obsessed with it, and I thought I'm never going to get mentally better. And I started turning better about 3 months before my 30th. This was last August, and I did feel a shift, a complete shift. I think I've been going through like a spiritual awakening or Kundalini awakening. I've been getting
Yeah,
like body vibrations that I thought were panic attacks. I actually called the A&E because I thought I was having a heart attack at 29.
it's
My
euphoria.
heart
Yeah,
was my heart was squeezing. I've had vibrations. I had a month where my appetite just went, and that's not like me.
right.
Um, I also felt because I was seeing UFOs in the sky every day and getting pictures, I was able to tap into meditation really easy too, which was strange and not like me. I was making quick improvements and I was blissed out. I was so happy. And I was
That's
just
awesome.
like, where has my bad mental health gone? What's happened to me? So yeah, I felt a shift. I'm completely different in terms of my bad mental health compared to a year ago. Completely different. I thought I was done.
That's incredible.
Mm.
I think that's so good for you to be sharing, and thank you for sharing that. Yeah, just like we said earlier, like just it's all about your perspective. Like
Mhm.
how somebody told me about the ADD, curse or blessing. It's like what you said, you might have taken it as a panic attack. And if like how we were talking earlier about the light that's all around us, and you taking that light and collapsing that into the moment of your reality. If you took it as like I'm having an anxiety attack, and you know you let that energy flow, where your attention goes, and it becomes an anxiety attack. You manifest that. But if you look at it like, no, this is just energy, it's rising because something is changing in me, and you look at more something positive, then you have this bliss that you're talking about right now, and maybe you go from left brain to right brain, like Enzo's saying here, and you just have this collective shift. And I'm seeing orbs still. What the hell?
I knew you did.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm getting more comfortable with it. I'm gonna get this little bastard on camera.
You
I'm
do
sorry, I
get more
shouldn't have
comfortable
said
with
that.
it.
Maybe I what is this, 4 or 5 times? I've never. This is cool. Like I think this is you for real. I've never seen it more than once in a day. This is the first time it's ever, and it's like it just keeps popping up around me. It popped back up over here.
I
It's
wonder
like,
what the hell they are then. If
me
that's the
too.
case, if they're connected, it's like, what is it?
I don't, and I wish Sonny would get on here because he had an
No.
experience with one not long ago. Let me talk some shit to Sonny real quick. What if me and Sonny are experiencing the same orb? And it's like, I mean, if all points of space time are connected, I don't see why I
I'm just
couldn't.
gonna go grab my battery. I'll be 1 sec, all right?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome. I can't believe we're still going live, to be honest, and still
I know,
got
it's
10 people in the
crazy.
chat. It's awesome.
I won't be long, okay?
Oh, go ahead. You take your time. Thank you guys in chat. This has been such awesome. Guys, has become like one of my favorite chats, to be honest, and not putting anybody else down. I've loved all the people I've had come on here. Yeah, this isn't like the typical shipping paradigm talk that I thought it was going to be, the one that's normally supposed to be an hour long, but it kind of is that still. But it's also an interview for Cole, and she's done such an amazing job. Like she says that she's nervous and was worried about doing this, but she's been doing outstanding, I think. And thank you all for showing the support. Thank you for just being here. This is a chat I'm not going to forget ever. I don't know what's going. Anybody in the chat, I want to ask, have any of y'all had experiences with these little gray orbs that they're like transparent, tiny? Sonny spoke about one that he saw not long ago. This is the first time I've ever seen more than once back to back. I mean, like 4 or 5 times. I'm losing count. It's just so bizarre. It's like it's just hovering around me. I don't know. I'm about to actually try to see if I can find this picture real quick that I found it and I sent it to Sonny because I wanted to know if Sonny experienced the same type of orb that I did. And what he showed me was almost identical. Just the coloring was a little bit different. I'm getting more comfortable with it, but something in my house is not something I'm used to. I'm feeling great. Maybe it's something to do with the energy. Just a moment, guys. Let me see if I can find this picture. Well, try something else. Oh shit! I hope I don't kick myself out. But
He's kicked himself out. Oh no. Hopefully it's not long. Oh no. I don't know if you guys can see my... Oh, look. I'm just going to share my art. I hope he can get back in. I don't know if you can see my artwork. Let's have a look. Not seeing any small orbs up close. Seen larger orbs. Hi. It's loading very slowly. Hello.
Hey, I thought I accidentally ended the chat. I kicked myself off that one time. Hey, Jamie and Bree, y'all get in here.
Jamie Bree.
God, I can't believe we're about to hit 3 hours. This talk has gone by so fast. Scary Gary said, I see weird gray orbs, but I always assume it's something in my contacts. I kept thinking it's something in my peripheral. I don't know. It's definitely not. And then talking to Sonny about what he saw, and him saying that the picture we found is almost identical to what we both seen. It's definitely something. We got that one time in here.
Oh, I love you,
guys so
Jamie.
much.
Wimbry.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. If y'all two want to get in here, let me know. I'll drop y'all a link. Do we have a guest? I don't know. Yes, we do actually. Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Man, I can't let
What's
this guy
up?
come
Hi,
on, man.
Sonny. Hi.
What's up? What's going
What's
on,
up,
guys? Hello, everyone
Oh
in
man,
chat. Oh, Scary Gary and the girls are here, and Sunsaver. Dude, you got a good show going, Josh.
yeah, dude, he's got the record, man. I mean, it's flown by so fast. Chad just had to leave. I mean, I think whenever you came on with Chad, we were at like 2.5 hours, and this is supposed to be like an hour show. It's supposed to be like the Shipping Paradigm. It's just been such a good talk, man.
Have you been on here the whole time too, Coral?
Yeah, I think I'm throwing in some orbs, maybe.
Ah.
Sonny, the gray orb that me and you were talking about.
Yep.
I'm blaming it on Coral now. For what, 4 now? 4 fucking times, dude. Like in the past 45 minutes talking to her, man. It's, dude, I don't even know what to do. Like floating around me, like once here, 2 times directly behind the cat. First time it spooked shit out of me.
This looks like a little bubble.
Yes, exactly like the pictures that me and you were looking at. What you would describe, the thing that you talked about, dude. What is it? I have no fucking idea, man.
I've been looking, Josh. I seen 2, like you show us on the videos. The day after that was on Valentine's Day. I seen 2 outside. No, I seen 2 outside after on Valentine's Day. And then I've been going and looking, dude. I've tripped out on the one in the house. I'm scared to see the one in the house again. That one was freaky. But the 2 that I seen outside, the exact same thing you sent us the videos of, man. I finally seen 2 orbs that actually are flashing.
Oh, like the illuminated ones, the balls, right?
Yes.
Man, dude,
I thought you knew that. So I just
saw the gray one.
So I've been going outside and looking now and thinking like I was gonna get to see them all the time. I think they were just teasing me, dude. It was 2 times, and I haven't seen them since.
That's how
I've been trying though, still trying every night. I go out there with my phone.
Yeah. I actually tried to do the C5 thing and saw nothing, and then later after I stopped, it's like it popped up. It's like, I gotcha, bitch. Like I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's like when I want to see.
I told Chad, even if I videotape, like if I video the ones that we're seeing outside, like the ones you and Chris are seeing outside, if I videotape those, I told him, dude, it's gonna be the same as like when Josh records them. I go, it's cool, but I'm telling you, you're not going to understand it until you see it for yourself.
Yeah.
And then you still don't understand it, but then like, okay, that's
not natural.
Yeah. That's
it's intelligent.
different.
It's sentient, whatever it is. Yes.
I told Chad as soon as I seen this, and this is, I don't want it to sound fucked up, Josh, but this is the truth.
Yeah.
I always felt that I believed you 100%. Like there was no doubt. I didn't think there was any doubt because as soon as I seen it, I told Chad, dude, I had like this trembling like came over my body, like when I was seeing the 2 outside, and it was the exact same thing that you showed us on the video. I had this feeling come over me. My first thought was, holy shit, my buddy is not crazy. He's not making this up. It's the exact same thing you showed us on the video. So that even though I believed you, once I had the confirmation for myself and I could see what you were seeing, there's no way to even explain it to people. I don't know how you explain it as good as you do. Yeah.
That's surrealness.
I still don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. I can't tell you guys it's aliens or it's just these balls that light up and looks like they're flashing at you, and then they flicker out. They don't go out of sight and flicker out. They're actually where you've seen them. You can see they're moving, and they'll go up and down or whatever. But once they flashed bright at me, Josh, and they started flickering like that, they flickered until they were just totally gone, until they just totally went out. And I watched it took probably 20 seconds, maybe 45, 40 seconds, somewhere in between there. It wasn't very long, less than a minute.
That's awesome, man. It's crazy, man.
2 at the same time, not 2 at separate times. I've seen 2 at the same time outside.
Wow.
That's awesome. See, it's like it happened reverse with you, man. You started seeing these little gray orbs first, you've seen one of them, and then you've seen a couple of these balls of illumination.
told
And remember, I just told you the other
thought
day
that
too,
was
like
a bubble. I was trying to
yeah,
pop it, and it shot straight up. It never moved. It was just stationary. It wasn't floating around, like a bubble
that's
floats
wild.
around. This thing was
Yeah,
just stationary in between me and my son-in-law. He was in the kitchen. I was in the living room. And yeah, when I tried to pop that bubble, when he came over by me and I was like, do you see it? And he said, no. And I pulled him in real close to me and I go, do you see it now? And it's like right here in front of us, about this far away from us. And I told him, look, I'm going to pop it, and when I went to touch this bubble that hadn't moved, as soon as my finger got this close to popping it, it shot straight up. And this is the part I don't like to say. It shot through the ceiling. That's what
it's
my eyes
awesome,
did.
man.
It went through the ceiling, but my mind wants to say it was a bubble, and it just popped, and it just looked like it went through the ceiling. But guys,
But
that's
it
not
went
what I
fast,
seen.
though, right?
What I seen was this little. He says gray, but it was see-through. The way I explained it to Josh is it looked like somebody that has cataracts or that
Yeah,
coating
that's what
over
we
their
said. I
eye
couldn't
when their
remember.
eye goes bad, or like a dog's eye when they get coated with that gray. It was like that was coating that little bubble, and you could see through it, but you could see that it was gray. It didn't have that rainbow color look to it that bubbles have, like
Yeah.
It never lit up or anything. It wasn't bright or anything, Josh. It was just
Right.
it was weird. That was weird.
It's so weird because
That was freaky because it's in my house. That was in my house. And then my
exactly.
son-in-law's reaction blew me away even more. He was like, oh, it's no big deal. He goes, my mom said those are just spirits. He goes, I used to see them in my house all the time. And I was like, you see that shit before?
They're just spirits, guys.
Yeah, it's just like no big deal. Oh, it's just spirits. It's no big deal. I was like, dude, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. It shot straight through the ceiling. What the fuck? He wasn't even shocked. Like,
That's awesome.
he just used to see it all the time, so it was no big deal.
That's awesome, man. So I wonder if they were like around him and then got around you and then they got interested in you and they're like, oh man, let's check out this Sonny guy,
nothing like that before, and he lives here now. So
wow.
things if it's real and things can follow you home, maybe he brought that here or something. Maybe
the hitchhiker thing is definitely real, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like that. Remember the picture that we were looking at? Remember they had a bunch of like different colored ones too. These transparent ones, which I think the glowing ones are a totally separate thing. Maybe still connected, but the little transparent ones that like seem to be inside, like what you're saying. That's what I've seen. That's what I saw with Barbara on live chat. I've seen 4 times before you got on here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up seeing it again, Sonny. 4 times in the past 45 minutes with Carol. Right after Chad got off. Ask Coral. I said Carol. Sorry. Ask Coral. Like I jumped like the first one and it threw me so off. Like I'm still weirded out by it, but I'm getting a little more comfortable. I don't know. I'm blaming it on Coral. Like maybe they're interested in her.
Honestly, I get so many that I'm used to it, and they're tiny things. I get a lot. I've not seen any in a while, but I was getting them constantly all day in the house.
She was joking around earlier, saying that she was shooting orbs at me through the internet, and I laughed at that first. Now I believe. I don't know. I don't know. The first one I saw was in a private chat with Chad, and it freaked me out because it shot like right by from my face, and just like Sonny was talking about too, like identical, like the gray. I called it a shadow ball thing, but it's almost like the like a fuzzy static type texture. I don't know, but it's transparent at the same time. It's see through.
Coral, what I thought it was being my son-in-law was in the kitchen. I thought maybe he washed his hands or he did dishes or something, and the bubble like came from that soap.
Yeah.
And it just happened to make it all the way to the living room somehow without popping, and it wasn't moving no more. And it was just that's what my brain said it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came over to look at it, he was actually like this because he wasn't doing anything with soap. He was deboning a chicken. And
oh wow.
Yeah, he was all greasy. It had nothing to do with soap. And no one in my house was taking a shower. There's no little kids blowing bubbles around here. There was no place for a bubble to come from, a soap bubble anyway. But that's just what my brain said was it was a soap bubble. I was gonna pop it, and it at first though, I was like, "Are you seeing this? Like this bubble made it all the way in here, and it's just not moving." And that's why I brought him in to look at it. And yeah, as soon as I try to pop it, I'm telling you guys, this thing went from stationary. You know, when you blow a bubble, it'll when they move, they don't go straight.
Not a straight line.
No one blew on it. No one did anything. We were gonna pop it. I was trying to go real slow so I could pop this thing. And as soon as I got that close to it, it stayed in the same spot until I almost touched it, and it went straight through the ceiling. And I was like, "Whoa!" That's what got me. And then he was just like, "Oh, just spirits." We used to experience my ass, dude. Something shot through the roof. There's no hole in there, nothing.
Just a spirit, nothing to be afraid of. You know, it's just some dead dude, man.
I can't now see when you tell these stories, people got to think we're crazy, dude. I feel crazy saying it, and now when they see one though, you're gonna think you went crazy then, because it is. I'm so glad he was there in the house with me. You know,
right? Or you probably wouldn't have told anybody, or you wouldn't have believed it yourself. You would have made up an excuse for it. Like,
I'd have still been saying, "Where the hell did that bubble come from?" But when he told me, I was like, "That was a spirit." We used to see those all the time.
It's crazy, and I mean, I don't. But man, with like people like us talking about it, man, it's not just us. There's a lot of people coming out getting more comfortable with this stuff, and I think it's increasing too, man. Like maybe it's spreading, man. Like just people talking about having these experiences, like it's getting other people open-minded.
The way people are with being mean or nice and having these experiences, I'll tell you right now, his mom and dad are two of the nicest people I've ever met. My son-in-law's parents.
Yeah.
His mom's so sweet. She's so nice. So I could see that maybe they are. I mean, I should be asking them questions, guys, because he said his mom is the one that told him those are spirits, and he's seen them in the house all the time when he was growing up. And they just live down the street, not too far, 5 miles from here.
That's awesome.
I need to ask questions about those orbs to him, I think.
That's awesome, man. It's so crazy. So I had this friend back in high school. I just recently spoke to him. We just had a little private video chat this a couple weeks ago, and I found out that he's always believed in this stuff. His mom is a Native American. I used to call her my second mom back when I was in high school, and found out that they believe in the aliens and the UFO stuff, and they always have. And I'm talking to him and his mom like on a private chat. And I'm like, you never told me that you believe in all this stuff. And she said, well, I don't call them aliens, they're star people. And it blew my mind, like how comfortable she was saying this. And she was like, Josh, I've seen more orbs and craft than I can count. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I've known this person years and years. I've known their mother as well. I mean, I used to go there every morning, eat breakfast before I went to school. And I was on the football team with them. It was just so mind blowing to me, though. They're like, I knew his family. And the father, he's a preacher. He knows it's real. He's just a little wishy-washy about what he thinks it is. I think he just kind of wants to ignore it. But his mother, she's a full-blooded Cherokee, or almost full-blooded Cherokee. She's just comfortable talking about it.
I knew my son-in-law, you know, he was interested in like the UFO thing. He's always, you know, did you see this? Did you see that? If he sees something interesting, he'll tell me if he sees it on the internet or the news. Or he's never once said anything about these damn orbs, man. And when we see one, he doesn't even he had no reaction, dude. I would compare it to like maybe if I knew Chris, how I think Chris's reaction is to these things now. That was just him, like it was no big deal. It blew my mind. And to him, he was just like, "Oh yeah, my mom said those were just spirits." You know, it was all calm. I was like, "Oh no."
It reminds me of whenever I Coral, I don't know if you noticed, whenever I saw those orbs with Chris, I didn't get this on camera. It was a fucking blue beam of light. I've never even heard of this before, and it's like came straight up. It was when I looked, it was already there. So it was coming straight up out the ground, like behind the tree line. It's like a blue beam shooting straight up, and we saw a picture. We got a picture. Sonny has seen this. I might go to pull it up, but I couldn't get it on camera. It's like it was just there for like a second and it was gone. And I'm thinking my eyes are tricked. Like, I'm already seeing orbs, like, you know, tripping out. Like, oh my God, there's orbs popping up everywhere. This guy just sent out a little prayer of gratitude and said he sensed them and now they're here. And then there's a blue beam of light. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I turn around and I'm like, Chris, did you see that? And he's like, oh, well, there's another orb. And I'm like, no, there's a beam of light or something. And he's like, oh, no, I didn't see it. But yeah, me and my wife see that all the time. Or he said, me and my wife have seen that a few times. And just so casual, like what Sonny's talking about. And I'm just like, what in the hell? And then I watched that Skinwalker show that came on Discovery Channel. And there's like beams of light there coming out the ground. And I still have no idea what that is. It's really bizarre.
I've seen a beam of light before.
Really?
Yeah, but it was like a thick beam of light. I was looking towards the sky, like looking at when I say I see plasma lights that pop in and out. It was like a thick beam of light, but it was, one out of 100 opacity or transparency.
What? So, I'm sorry, say that again. I didn't catch that.
You know when you barely see something, so like 1 to 100 opacity or transparency. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, opaque. Okay. I've never said that word correctly. I just figured it out.
Okay. So so it would have been like 10 out of 100, so barely there, but I could just see it. And it was like an orange thick beam of light in the sky, like really thick and big, almost like a flash.
Was it coming from the sky or coming from the ground?
It was coming from the sky. It was in the sky. It was like there was a flash behind the clouds, like a beam of orange. Yeah, it weirded me the hell out. And I've seen something in the daytime when I was walking from the city, and I saw a flash. It was daytime, far out in the sky, and it was like this flash of light, like something had almost popped in and out, and I saw it pop in and out.
Wow, that's awesome. But it definitely wasn't a regular beam of sunlight, though. That's what you're saying.
No, like it was a definite. It made me think, what the hell did I just see? Like it made me question myself because it was so odd.
What if that's the point of like a lot of this phenomena, like these sightings, like how we were talking about information, like the synchronicities, and then seeing the numbers lined up, like you said, and you just seeing that make something click in your brain, and it sends
it's
that frequency
1919 right now, as you said that.
Really, it's it's what
1919.
Sunsaver's asking if it was Bree that's recently seen the light or filmed the light in the desert. Which
I was about to ask that.
Talking about Bree from that one time. Is that the Bree you're talking about, Sunsaver?
If so, I need to talk to her about that. She was in the chat just a minute ago before you jumped on, I believe.
Jamie lives in Vegas. I think Bree is in California. So I don't know if she's close to the desert or not. I'm not for sure. But I want to know which one.
Find it out. Yeah, because I never even heard of beams of light whenever I first seen that. And then it was
when he came home, Coral, when he came home, he got on the phone and he told me about this beam of light. And I was trying my damnedest to understand what he was saying. And
you had the laser.
I did. I got the laser out and I was blowing smoke through it. So I go, it didn't look nothing like that. And he goes, no, that's a laser. So he knew. In other words, Josh was like, no, very confident in saying it was not a laser. That's a laser. You know, this wasn't like that. And and then we seen another guy had sent us a picture that Chad and I had on either the Chop Shop or Chad Smith podcast.
Almost identical.
That was the Bigfoot guy. Was his name
Oh,
Brian?
Brian. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah. I think it was Brian. And
Brian.
He had that picture of him sitting by the creek, Josh, remember? And somebody had took a picture of him, and there's just this blue beam that's coming down out of it from like it doesn't even like it's like going up. I can't tell, but when Josh seen that, he's like, that's it. You know, that's what I seen. I was like, holy shit. Wow. So we actually got a picture of it. It wasn't where Josh seen it or had anything to do, but he said that was the beam, and he's right. It didn't look anything like a laser. It's a very weird blue. it's a very weird beam of light. But
I'm trying to see if I can pull up the picture right now. Actually, I might be able to get it. Let's see. I think Chad put some stuff on here. I'm trying to see if I can find that picture. But yeah, I was ready to dismiss it myself, until I turned around and said something to Chris, and he's like, tells me just casual as can be that him and his wife. He just goes back recording. He's like, "Oh yeah, me and my wife seen that a few times," and just goes back recording the orbs. And I'm just like,
No big
"What?
deal.
Like this is here's something else." This crazy ass phenomenon.
Hey,
It's
Josh,
crazy.
I'm gonna start grabbing
Yeah.
tools and stuff and getting stuff ready, but I'm gonna stay on here and talk to you. I'll be able to hear you guys fine, and you'll be able to hear me. All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be out of camera shot for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
have to
can't be
love
on
you and
too
leave you
much.
soon.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I was gonna say I'm probably gonna. God, we've gone past 3 hours. Yeah, I'm about
you're
to get
3
ready
hours
to close
and
it
10
up
minutes.
myself. Coral, man, it's her, man. She's killed it. Like, I mean, kept an interesting show.
She's
I mean,
awesome,
this has
I've
been a
got so
great
much
talk.
more that I could have said. I think through nerves I forget things, and I've got it all written
Oh, that's
down.
awesome.
But I'd
Well,
love to come
you-
on another time, or just on
yeah,
an after show or anything. Like, I've had a
definitely.
real good
Honestly,
time.
you're more than welcome to come back too. And this was supposed to be like a shifting paradigms talk. It kind of ended up becoming that and a little bit of an interview for Coral and just an overall discussion. Like when Chad was on here too, it's been awesome. And this 3 hours has gone by fast. I saw like 4 of these little gray shadow balls, whatever. Cool. I seriously think you're shooting them through the internet at me. I
You're
don't know what you're
welcome.
doing. Sonny, I think you shot one at Sonny too and didn't tell him. Yeah, she's a witch.
Yeah, that's
I'm on
that was
to it.
about
Yeah.
a week. I probably met Coral a week before. Maybe this
And it was
year.
right after that. It was right after that that I started
It
seeing
was.
it too.
You never
And we didn't
know.
even know that they looked the same. That's what was crazy. Sonny told me about his, and then I had mine, and then we start sharing pictures. I'm like, is this what it looked like? We're both like, yeah, that's it. It's weird shit, man. I have no idea how to explain it. But
You'll
yeah,
start getting
cool.
gold ones too.
Oh, that's cool. Well, we've seen the shining balls, but I don't know if I want to see gold shiny balls in my house. Okay. No, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Everybody in the chat, y'all have been so awesome. Thank you for being here and supporting Cole. Cole, you're more than welcome to come back on here. If you want to do just another shifting time or shifting paradigm, or if you want to have like a full blown interview and like get your story all together, I can tell you got a lot to share. Really, or you just want to come on here and hang out, and I'm sure we'll be on Paranormal Chop Shop, one of the other ones. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thank you all for being here. See y'all later. Sonny, I'll get up with you later, man.
Yeah,
bye,
thanks
y'all.
for having me on, buddy. And you guys, everyone, tune in to Chad Smith's channel on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then
Yeah,
we'll
that's
also
right.
we also got the Chop Shop on Tuesday and Thursdays. We'll have Chad Smith podcast in the mornings. That is 7 Pacific Standard Time, 7 a.m. to 10. And then the Chop Shop is from 6 to 9. Well, 6 to whenever we stop it. It goes along
It's
sometimes. On Friday nights.
After Chad on Tuesday. What time does Chad's usually end on Tuesday, by the way? Because I know he does like a little after show.
We go from 7 to 10 a.m. So it's a 3-hour show.
I'll start at 7.
That's
your time. Sorry.
That's California.
Okay. Yeah. So my time, y'all start at 10 to what about like 1? Yeah, like with the after show. So 2 p.m. on Tuesday. I got Kathleen Martin coming on here. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Cole,
maybe I'll jump on after Chad's show. He's usually got to go to bed. He might not make it, but I'll definitely get in there. I meant chat. I'll jump in chat, but if you want me on the show, I'll jump on the show too.
Hey, you can come on, for sure, man. Definitely. Cole, you know who Kathleen Martin is, right?
Say that again, Josh.
Kathleen Martin. Yeah. If I mumble, just tell me. Talk some shit to you mumbling.
That's okay. Was she related to 2 Experiences, a famous case?
The very first documented abductees, Betty and Barney Hill. It's their grandniece. That's
someone
awesome.
on a podcast had one last week, and I did listen, and it was great.
She was on SOR not long ago.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah. A few weeks ago. Yeah,
I
I'm shocked.
I didn't know Dave interviewed her.
Yeah, I went and watched. No, it was. God, what's her name? My mind just went so blank. Starts with L. Yeah, Lynn interviewed her. Yeah, and I watched it because I
Lynn
was
is
using
awesome.
that. Yeah, I need to
Was.
get her on here. She is awesome.
Yeah, she's got a
Um,
morning show that's going to be starting up too here pretty soon, and that's going to be awesome. I think she's going to be reviewing like your show, our shows. She's not reviewing them, but telling everybody basically what's going on and what we did. I think that's the understanding I have of a little bit of what she's going to do in the mornings. I don't know what else she's going to do, but yeah, that's going to be cool, man. I can't wait to see Lynn in the morning every morning.
okay, I didn't know Lynn was doing that. When's she starting that?
Let me see if she said when. She might have already started it.
Is that the channel name?
I'm gonna
Spaced
get it
Out
right.
Radio Paranormal.
Yeah, I should have looked it up and knew all this before I said that, but I just know it's in the morning.
Thanks, Terry Brown. Thank you all for being here. This has been such a awesome talk. Cole, I gotta say, I don't do the whole favoritism, but this has been one of my favorite talks. I'm not just not trying to. No, I'm
Really?
being serious. It's been fun. Yeah, it's been awesome. Had Chad on here too. I seen 4 little fuzzy gray balls.
Okay, hey Josh,
Orbs.
she says
Yeah.
she's starting up her channel, and it's going to be called Rebellious. Where did I just see it? Rebellious Ufology. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Awesome. Oh, and before we get off, Sonny, I gotta show you something. Sorry, go ahead. So you're done.
It says she'll be doing a morning show where she tells everyone the UFO shows of the day, their topics and times.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Like a
so
TV guide.
yeah, dude, it
That's a good
is. It
idea.
is kind of like live channel guide every
Yeah.
morning at 8 a.m. 8
Genius.
a.m. EST, guys, so Eastern Standard Time.
8 a.m. You said?
8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that'll be around 5, maybe for me, something like that.
That's such a good idea. Simple too. I sure have thought of it. It's been awesome.
That's because
Right.
Lynn's smart. Lynn's she's so good, guys. I love watching her show.
I love what Terry Brown said down here, by the way. I just saw this. Anytime I start seeing orbs, I attribute to the results of a few Grateful Dead shows I attended. Right on, man. Enzo, great show, folks. Always fun. Yeah, this has been an awesome show. Got your Stony box. All right, son, Taylor. This has been an awesome show. Yeah, you've been great, Cole. Thanks. Come back soon. Yep, we're definitely gonna have Cole back on. As everybody.
Last night after I had to get off the show, dude, I was so tired last night, Josh. I think we left at the same time when Chad had the show going.
I got on right that time.
I started watching it in the room before I fell asleep, and Sunsaver was on there. I was like, I've been wanting him to come on the Chop Shop for so long, and as soon as I go to bed, he came on. So I missed you, Sunsaver. But I'll see you next time, buddy. I
said the same thing. I've never got. Oh yeah, he's smart as hell. Every time I've tried to get a talk with him, the government keeps the internet off or something. So right before we end this off, because Sonny, I don't think you got to see this yet. We played it at the very beginning of the show, but it's something that my workout instructor sent Chad. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you real quick if it lets me.
Hello, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, formerly known as the Governator of California, as well as the Terminator. Correction, I am and forever will be the Terminator. If you do not believe me, I don't care. The movie comes out in the future. Go watch it, idiot. I picked up the phone today to call Chad Smith, the real one that is. The Red Hot Chili Pepper for California. He knows me. We are friends. And I am the biggest movie star in the world. Unfortunately, it seems I was gravely mistaken. Instead, I must have dialed 1-800 red hot phony baloney. That was a good one. So, enough with the podcast. What the hell is a podcast anyhow? Nobody likes you. You need to quit pumping the podcast. You need to pump the iron. If you do not give Chad back his name, if you do not quit pumping the podcast, if you do not pick up the phone and listen to this message, you will receive it anyhow. The only difference is that I will give you a handful of 9mm bullets and I will punch it to your head. Thank you.
Oh god.
That's fucking.
Alright.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, I played that last night right after you left, man, and dude, they were cracking up. JoJo was laughing his ass off, man.
Funny, dude. That's hey, that's better than the invite for Dan Aykroyd, dude.
Man, it was man. So I told Cole I made the video obviously, but the Governator, his whole monologue, that was totally improvised by him. You know, it's my workout instructor. It's not me, guys. In the chat, people in chat still think that's me, but it's not me.
California, I see the Governator all the time. He's always talking about you, Josh.
Oh yeah, I know. He the guy teleports like an orb or Sasquatch, man. He'll say his name 3 times and he pops into the wall like the Kool-Aid man. That's why I said I've got another hole to fix because of his ass, man. It's in the shape of Arnold, man. So guys, what?
Oh no, that's cool. I was just laughing.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say me and the Governator, we buy our weed at the same place. He always tells me to tell you hi when I see him.
Oh man, so he's been holding out that
He
big
does.
steroid using bastard, man. Sorry guys. Yeah, I wanted to end it out on a funny note and let Sonny see that. Guys, Kathleen Martin on Tuesday, Chad Smith Tuesday morning. Kathleen is at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursday, I don't remember what time, but I'm going to be on the Spaghetti Lee show. I gotta check the time.
Man,
And,
love Spaghetti Lee.
yeah, he's awesome, and I'm gonna get him on here sometime as well. But yeah, guys, take it easy. I wanted to give everybody a nice little laugh if y'all didn't see that at the beginning, and
that was great.
You know, take care, everybody. See y'all later.
See y'all. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much.